100 years ago, there was a young boy who returned from the Great War with a dream in his heart and not a penny in his pocket. He said, "I will make a place where people will have to use a single phrase on every post to show unity, and they will become a strong, united group under this phrase. They will eventually talk into large boxes and be able to communicate with each other over vast distances and record what they do." But the man had no idea what phrase it would be until he looked down and saw a stray thread coming off of his jacket, and he whispered, "It will be this thread." The man was of course immediately institutionalized because no one understood what he was talking about. Until now.
After you buy me, I want to. Oh,
it's time to start, guys.
It's time
Everybody.
to start the thing. I tweeted everywhere.
Nice.
It sounds like a personal problem.
Please
It's
clean
a
it up.
start of
Clean
the
that up.
podcast.
Please clean that up.
It's everywhere.
Yes,
test.
everywhere.
1, 2,
Mike
3.
tweeted.
And
Christ.
already this is a disaster. All right.
Is it though?
It wouldn't be the 100th
Also-
podcast if we didn't have technical difficulties.
So is everybody ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
recording my audio.
I'm excited.
All right, let's go. Welcome to the Forum Thread podcast with a very awesome, very special episode 100. During this podcast, you can tweet at us at the Forum Thread, comment on our Facebook page, or just comment away in the Twitch chat because, you know, we love that a lot. I am Wadabra / Dark One Dre, and here with me today I have Chaos Mana,
Hey!
Mr. Fusion,
Woot woot!
Quobwave.
100.
And you don't get to be last because I have to introduce these other people, so be happy for that.
Why am I last?
And in shift number 1, because we're going to have a big cast tonight, we have Lozelda.
Woo! All aboard the hype train!
Woohoo! TJ Lee.
First time caller, first time listener.
Hey!
Rack 'em.
And
Rack 'em.
Ray. That was a terrible catchphrase, dear. Terrible.
Okay. Sorry.
But you're here, that's the important
Ray,
thing.
drink
Yelling
more,
at her.
drink
We're
more,
3
right
seconds
now.
into the podcast.
Alright,
We're yelling
David,
at Ray.
Well, to be fair, she started off by yelling, so we're just reciprocating the feelings, right?
Ray, did you get your
Loud
booze that you're drinking out of your chalice?
Oh god, that thing is no. I do have
Wait,
my
you have
wine,
a chalice?
Did
She has
you
a
guys see
pin-
the picture?
It was
that I
a-
tweeted at the forum
You have an
thread
entire
earlier?
Jesus,
chalice.
that thing was. I did pick it up. The top wasn't on. It fell and hit the printer. And my dad wasn't too pleased. Luckily, the top didn't break. But I almost dropped the whole thing on it. I underestimated the size of that.
So what would have been worse if you broke the printer or actually did drink out of that?
Breaking the printer.
I
You wouldn't
remember.
have cared. It's made to hold stuff. But...
Why does
It's
Ray
made
have
of-
a chalice?
What's the
Don't
No,
difference?
it's
question it.
a-
Why
it was
don't
a
you have a
giant
chalice?
antique stein. It is
Oh, it's a
like
stein.
over
Oh,
a foot
oh.
tall and
a stein.
silver, and it's insane.
Why is
I
it
picked
weird
it up
that
as
he
a
has
joke.
a chalice?
What is a
I
stein?
don't know.
Oh, no, it's just the first word that came to my head.
It's
It's
like
a
a
mug,
German
it's a-
beer
it's-
cup, you know?
It's a
It
beer
Yeah,
has, like,
cup
it
that
has
has
a
a
top.
lid. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has
My
a
mom
flip
had a
top.
stein.
The cup
But
was
she
like
doesn't
top.
drink. Why do you have it?
What do you mean she doesn't drink?
It's not mine.
She's drinking
Oh.
tonight.
Be on the show.
Well, vodka doesn't count. You don't drink vodka out of one of those things.
Sure you do.
Sure you can.
Well,
I mean, yeah, you
you
can.
do,
accepted.
Zelda.
Yeah, what are you saying here?
She's like, challenge accepted.
Do it.
I'm
Like,
drinking
half
vodka
a bottle
out
of
of a
wine
wine
in it,
glass
damn it.
right now. So.
Oh, that's
That
classy.
is.
But
the
I'm also
epitome of
wearing my
class.
drinking tiara, so it's okay. I get a free pass on everything.
I don't have a drinking tiara.
You should get a drinking tiara.
David.
Oh my god.
I don't
David,
have
husband?
one either. Is that something I need?
That was
Yeah.
husband tone. Dude, yes, they need a tiara.
You know what? Now
This
I
isn't
need
a
to-
wedding-
I
this
need to
isn't
get
a
myself
wedding
drinking
day yet.
crown.
Yes, since we have one we have a newlywed couple, we have one in the pipe, and several veterans. Get a tiara, Tejan Lee.
All right.
As a
No,
veteran,
do not give it to her on the wedding day. You save it for after the wedding because that's a personal gift.
Is that something?
So, Mr. Fusion, does Mrs. Fusion have a tiara?
The question is, how many?
Depends on how
I
long you're
like
married.
her.
How many?
you have one for each type of liquor there is.
Exactly.
So you have a wine tiara.
Well,
vodka.
usually there's already one before you even get married because they wear one to the bachelorette party usually.
Oh, I mean, if
Do
you're
they?
considering
I've
those
never
things,
been
no,
allowed
no.
to be to one of those.
But that
I mean,
one
like-
doesn't really count.
Yeah, that one does not count. It's like I literally have a tiara that was bought for no other reason whatsoever. It was actually my mom bought them. She was like, "Hey," she goes, "I found this pack of tiaras. There's 4 of them. I just thought they were funny." And so they were home. They were sitting on the counter, and we started all drinking one night. And I put one on, and then she was like, "Oh my god, that's a great idea!" So then we all put tiaras on, and then we got super hammered. And we're like, "These are drinking tiaras. You must always wear them when you're drinking." And this was our drunk idea. But then the next morning, we're like, "That's actually a pretty brilliant idea." So when we all moved to our various places, I kept a drinking tiara. And every time I'm on the podcast and I'm drinking, I'm wearing my drinking tiara.
So when you were sober,
I've
you
worn it
still
on stream
thought
a
that
couple
it was a good
times.
idea?
Like, oh yeah, we went. So we
Dude, a great idea is a great idea. No matter how
Exactly.
drunk you
Yeah,
are.
there's no way to argue with that.
we
Yeah.
really wanted to play Jenga one night, and we couldn't find
Oh
it. So
my
we're like,
God.
let's go buy it because there was one sober person in the group. So we all piled in the car, and he drove us to the store. And we were gonna go buy Jenga, and it wasn't until we got home that we realized why everyone was looking at us funny. It's because we were all still wearing our tiaras. So there's the
Well, that-
19-year-old kid walking around the store being followed by 4 really drunk girls in their 20s, all wearing these plastic tiaras on their heads.
If there was never a moment for Vine, that would be it right there.
Yeah.
She might be on Vine, or might have been on Vine. You don't know.
Possibly.
But I do say that have to say that drunk trips to the grocery store when you have a DD are the best. They're always so much fun because
I don't know,
everything is
'cause I
always more interesting.
I hate going to the grocery store like more than anything, and
Oh god.
even being drunk doing it is like I can't see that as fun.
Okay, I have a
Things don't get that much more fun because you're drunk doing it. If
No,
you
you
hate
have to play with
doing
I have
it,
everything.
I have
It's like
a personal policy with the grocery store.
Oh.
I do not go to any grocery store after 10 a.m.
after 10 a.m.
No, the reason why is because it's so fucking packed, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. The older people get, the ruder they are at a fucking grocery store. They have no fucking courtesy for people.
Nobody's, even the young people, dude. Everybody.
Well, here's the thing.
Hey,
The young
what grocery stores are you going to? The people
But yeah,
are
that's-
nice.
I've never
Well,
run
here's-
into a cranky person at one.
Well, it must be a Houston thing because they're all fucking assholes here.
Maybe it's a
Because they're in
city thing.
Houston.
They get it like they push their carts in front of you. Like you have to watch where you're going because they'll knock you, like they'll hit you and they don't even fucking care.
You're supposed to like adjust your mirrors on your cart in the
Yeah,
city, so you have to
exactly.
look around corners. So you have to like look left, right, and if you don't, and then somebody, because in the city they actually have like 4-way stops. in
Well, here's
grocery
the other
stores
thing.
that you have to
I
stop.
understand.
let
I
the
understand
person
if a
pass.
mom has to take her kids with her, but when it's the mom, the dad, and the 5 fucking kids, come on, it's not a family event, man. Seriously, Dad,
Wait,
stay
no,
home
haven't
with the
you seen that
fucking
commercial? That Food Lion commercial where the mom, the dad, and the 3 kids all are going over their game plans so they can all go to Walmart and get groceries, and then the lion comes in and is like, "Hey guys, there's an easier way to do this that doesn't require a game plan. That's why you have a whole family there.
Did
They have
you
to
say
do their
the
part."
lion?
Yeah, you've never seen the commercials?
There's
No.
a Walmart lion.
Yeah, it looks like Aslan
What?
from the Chronicles of Narnia.
Did
only
you
it's,
see the lion after taking some pills?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Did
dark.
someone tell you they were candy?
exactly.
Is
Where did
Ken
the
trying
lion
an
touch-
experiment here?
You might want to check your AC for freon leaks. I'm just saying.
You're saying lions don't actually talk?
No, they don't do that.
I've seen them do it.
They do.
I don't even
I
think
swear
that's
they do.
I don't even think that's the important part of what we're saying.
Yeah, you're talking about lions at grocery commercials. That's the part that's kind of throwing me off.
Now,
Yeah,
no,
lions
here's
sell
the important thing.
groceries.
Here's the important thing. Were there any tigers and were there any bears?
No,
Bears?
lions-
Usually they come in sets.
no, they don't. The lion is
Wait.
by himself.
You don't want bears in grocery store commercials.
Yeah.
because they eat all the product.
Especially
That
the
li-
honey.
And they'll just take a shit right in the middle of the aisle. No,
And then they get stuck in their little hole trying to get to the honey.
Speaking of shit, I have a funny story.
Uh-oh.
Now, weren't you the one that got
That was an
after
amazing
Zach for,
segue right there.
um,
Segue.
for his
Segway!
shit?
Shit
conversations?
segue.
Was that
So-
not you?
No, that was Zap. But so I'm gonna take over the shit conversations. But it's not. We're not talking about my
The
shit.
ship?
We're talking about general shit. I've been drinking. Shut up. I'm wearing a tiara. So
I still don't have
Invincibility mode activated.
exactly. So So I know we talked about it a little bit before the podcast. So my mom works at a psych hospital. So I get all kinds of interesting stories that are related to psychiatric issues and to hospital things. And she texted me today because she learned about a new surgical procedure. I'm not kidding.
I already know what this is.
This is a thing that exists.
Can I say it? Can I say it? The fecal implant?
The fecal transplant.
The fecal transplant? Yeah.
I've known about this.
It's crazy, but it's fucking awesome at the same time.
A fecal transplant is an actual thing, and yes, it is exactly what it sounds like.
Okay, wait.
Person.
Go on, Tejan. What was your question?
I want everybody who doesn't know what it is to try and guess what it is.
Yeah. Who doesn't know what fecal...
I don't know what it is.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
Go ahead and guess.
It's a transplant. So, you're taking the anus.
You have to include the reason why they would do it as well. Why you think they would do it.
What's being done and why?
It's a surgical transplant of the anus because one person died. They're not using it anymore because after you die, use it one more time.
Like a patella tendon, kind of the same concept. Okay.
Yeah, so
All right,
and then one person has like ass cancer or something like that. So you take the ass of the healthy
Okay,
dead
so
person
that's his. So
and transplant
who
it
else,
over.
who else doesn't?
You're wrong, but yeah, go ahead. Next
Who
person.
else?
Oh gosh. Is it? I can't base it off of anything because I'm like all I imagine is you literally taking poop out of someone and putting it in another.
Okay, anyone
Ding,
else?
ding, ding.
Anyone else?
But why would they do that, Cass? Yes.
Yeah, why?
Why would they do that?
You're having, I don't know, problems.
Maybe there's
have space
healthier
for it?
poop that you need to introduce to another like system in your body.
Maybe your
like,
system needs different bacteria.
Bingo!
Hey,
You got it.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
shit! Got it.
We figured
Good
it
job,
out.
Ray.
That is actually literally they take the shit from one person,
Mhm.
they mix it in a solution, strain it, and then take that and put it into somebody else. And its purpose is to
how do they put it
reintroduce,
into them?
probably through an enema kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and it has
and-
a really high success rate too.
Yes, it does, actually.
So it
It's very
has a high
successful.
success rate, but the reason it was being talked about today is because it's a really hard procedure to do because it's very hard to find a suitable donor. Which, of course, in my head, then I'm like, I know so many people who are so full of shit. I'm sure they
Hey.
can find
Well,
a
it's not
goddamn
full
donor.
of shit, it's full of good shit, is the thing.
Yeah, full of healthy
And that's
shit.
the problem. So that's now even your shit has labels.
No,
You
no,
can't
no.
just-
Let me take this
everything
one
has
step
a
farther for you.
fucking
You're gonna have a
label.
donor card. Good shit.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take this one step for you. No, one step
Eyes.
farther for you.
Shit.
So, I don't remember what article I was reading. It was something about these tablets that don't immediately dissolve when they go into your stomach, but then they get broken down by your digestive tract. And the main reason they were trying to develop this soluble that can withstand your stomach acid, but will get broken down in the intestine, is so that they can put feces inside there for these fecal transplants, so you can take them orally.
Yeah,
So you
no.
can have
Oh god.
You're gonna be taking
Well, you
shit
can
pills. Yes.
swallow someone else's poop orally, and then instead of having to shove something up your ass.
I
Yeah,
mean,
so-
if you had to choose how to get shit into you,
I would die.
I think I would.
just
I
die.
think I would go through the other way. Like I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
Like,
Well,
if you had
the
to
reason
choose-
why they're hopeful from this is they think it can prevent certain types of bowel cancer.
It's also there's also other applications. I think actually linked to an article on Facebook a while back where they're talking about they took a mouse and gave it the bacteria from another type of species
Yep.
that can
You
eat
actually
poison
look at the
plant.
links I put on
Yeah,
Facebook.
sometimes.
I am shocked. Oh
Sometimes,
my god.
man. And it can actually they reintroduce
But when it's
bacteria
not
from
gay
another.
porn, yeah, he does. Yeah.
Well, you know.
Or maybe
sometimes
that
yeah.
too,
I read
actually.
it for the articles.
He's in the
Anyway.
That's the
Anyway.
real reason why he follows me. He wants to get the links to the
But they're
gay
able
porn.
to make a mouse eat like a toxic substance and not die because it has the bacteria from another species that can eat it. So,
Yep.
well, actually interesting
No,
applications
I
for
read
putting
about
poop
this.
into other things.
I read about this a couple years ago. Like it was like 2 years ago, and I'm starting to receive more and more like articles about it pop up every year. But the first time I read it, it was I can't remember where it was now, but a hospital did this, and there was a pardon the pun, there was a bunch of shit that stirred up because of it, and it was very successful. And then that hospital started doing a few more of these procedures, and it kept growing. Like the popularity of it kept growing and growing because if someone has issues like obstruction issues, they're finding it. This has been very beneficial to them. So it's funny, but it's very interesting, right?
Well, and they're also
is actually,
trying
yeah.
to use it as a treatment for what is it, Crohn's disease?
Crohn's
that disease where you have leaky bowels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one where they're trying to get a healthy get healthy gut flora in there, so you can actually hold your intestines together better.
That was more along the lines I was trying. Like, the problems like that, but that is a really good idea. It just sounds so random and weird.
What my problem with it is, who decided to try that?
Yeah,
what
that's
kind
the
of
mad
desperate
scientist.
situation was someone in where someone goes, okay, I have this crazy idea, let me finish before you judge it, but I'm gonna go take a shit. And then
Oh, gosh.
we're gonna put that in you, and then everything will be fine.
If
You
they
know,
make a
really-
movie
I
about
blame
that-
your people. Science.
You know, I imagine it went something kind of like this. Someone was wearing their drinking tear out.
I was just about to say
and,
that.
and they're like, I have
Some-
really healthy poop all
Some
the time.
brilliant doctor,
And
she's
then the-
drunk off of her ass.
Yeah, and the other person's like, oh my god, I have such lousy poop all the time. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. And so they're like, you know what? Since I have such wonderful poop and you have such shitty poop,
Let's
let
join
me
forces.
let's give
like
you a
the Buddha
poop
trip
enema.
out. Yes.
They
And
always
there
asked
you
if
go.
they could. They never said if they should.
And the reason why we're saying this is because when girls get drunk together, they start discussing things like, I wish I had your boobs, I wish I had your butt, I wish I had this, I wish I had your eyes, I wish I had your poop. And, why don't you?
Wait,
See, I
wait a
imagined
minute. That seems like something we can do.
I
Exactly.
imagine a different situation. Like, it's like this guy has a terrible disease and a bunch of doctors on a table and they're just like, oh, fuck, what do we do? What are we doing? The guy goes, this is a shitty situation. And they're like,
Just stick
my
your shit in
God.
it.
Wait.
Just,
don't
like,
know if
pulls
I'll
off the
ever hate you,
glasses.
Whoops.
Give this man a raise. He's brilliant.
I like to also imagine it's when they're very drunk, and then suddenly one
The
guy
doctors
goes
with the-
wide-eyed and is like,
These doctors
"Guys,
are all
I have
very
this
drunk. Is
super
that it?
idea."
Okay.
So yeah, I have been holding on to that all day, so thank you, Mom, for that.
Thanks,
lovely-
Mom.
There's
That
a
lovely
constipation
tip.
joke in there somewhere, and I couldn't find it.
Holding-
I have a story. Speaking of gay porn. I
Oh,
wa-
whoa.
All right, everybody, welcome to Podcast 100, where we're always classy.
No, well, you were talking. When I was walking home today, I live in a bad neighborhood. I already told the story about getting hit on by the 6-foot tall cross-dresser with a beard at Wendy's.
Brag about it.
Nice.
It
Yeah.
happened again.
I've seen you in person, so you
Different guy, though.
kind of have that look to you, saying, "Hey, I'm
Oh,
fuckable."
no.
Just
But I was walking home and I got tapped on the shoulder, and it happens sometimes. It's like a homeless guy's like, "Do you have change?" I'm like, "No, I don't have cash." I get tapped. I turn around, and I look up. It's a very large black cross-dresser. I have no problem with that. And he goes,
Why's he got to be black?
"Because he is black, like because he was."
it's just
but,
the color of his skin, Lizelle. Oh, jeez, calm down.
But he taps me on the shoulder and he goes, "I'm sorry to bother you." I'm like, "Sure." And he goes, "I just want to say you're a handsome man." I'm like, "Thanks." He goes, "You have a big, beautiful ass." And he just walked off. I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Well, I'll take the compliment." And
So you
and
had
I
a
was
strap
walking
on the way home.
back.
See, he's
And
looking
on
at
the
his
way
butt,
home,
doing
on
butt
the way
selfies.
home, I got stopped again by a guy, and he's like, "Hey, you want to smoke some weed?" I'm like, "No, thank you."
You want to smoke some peat? That's like the poor man.
You have to go out to a bog and get some peat moss, and then
See, I was
smoke
trying.
that.
I was gonna say pot and weed at the same time because I was trying to think which one he actually said, but he said weed. He goes, "You want to smoke some weed?" I'm like, "No, thanks," because you're a pussy. And I'm like, "Yeah." And
So
I
you
just
have
kept
random
going.
Yeah,
strangers
but I have a
that come
great
up
ass.
offering
Yeah.
you
I said that. Like, yeah, but I have a great ass.
Well, if you got it, work it, honey.
So
all I
that
gotta
was my
say.
story from today, and it happened 30 minutes before the podcast. I'm like, "Thank you, universe. I had nothing to
Okay,
talk
so we know that in the photoshopping for this podcast, please put Webwave's face on Kim Kardashian, where she tried to break the internet.
Put it
Let's do
on
that,
the
please.
ass, though. Not
Yeah,
on,
on
her
the
head.
ass. On the ass.
Just put my head on her ass.
No, her head on your ass.
Yeah, there you go.
We don't have a
Get
picture
you.
of Wobbs' ass unless he wants to model for
God,
us.
Don't want that. Yeah, now we just crossed that line, and I'm not.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's
Now
not
we
yet.
cross the line.
Yeah,
Now?
that's where the line was.
We brought up fecal implant, the transplants. Come on now.
Wubb's ass is where the line is.
Oh.
Aw, I'm sure it's nice.
Well, obviously, if the crossdresser is complimenting it, so
Okay, so
Fusion,
Two of them.
we have to get the if we're gonna play the game. I don't remember the name. We have to.
Are
do
we
it
doing
before,
it this
we have
hour,
to do
or-
it before Nobod gets here.
No, let's play it
Yeah,
now.
you have to do it before, so he can't. He doesn't have a
Okay.
chance to rebut.
So let's see if this goes as
But-
quick.
What is
I
the
mean,
name of the
as-
game? I can't ever remember what the fuck it's called.
It's Nobod, Knucklehead, or neither.
Yeah, okay.
And that's because the Knucklehead is Jade Smith. As you know, everyone is on social media. You can find us at the forum thread, by the way, on Twitter,
Yeah.
Facebook / the forum thread. But I noticed one day that Nobod had some pretty interesting tweets, to say the least. I mean, not tweets, Facebook status updates. Since then, he's taken his talents to South Beach and onto Twitter at Nobod. But I found it very interesting because he's a character. Jaden Smith is just out there, and sometimes you just find just complete total buffoons on the internet, like a guy tweeting, "Who the fuck is Paul McCartney? This is why I fuck with Kanye. He's trying to put on new artists." Really?
Oh, I remember seeing something along those lines.
So
yeah.
we created a Greek game a long time ago called Nobod, Knucklehead, or Neither, where I pull a tweet from either Jaden Smith, who's the Knucklehead, Nobod, or just a random stupid tweet, which is the Neither. And you have to guess if it's Nobod, Knucklehead.
By the way, happy birthday, Nobod.
Yes, happy birthday.
Well, he's not on the podcast yet, so
No,
you just
he'll be
So,
on.
yeah, we're gonna say it now, and we're not gonna mention a word to it once he gets on.
okay.
I mean, if you haven't noticed, he's been saying it a lot today.
Yeah. That was the
Self-promoting.
first thing I saw when I logged onto my phone this morning. It's like, Facebook is like, by the way, Nobod has birthday. And I'm like, oh, okay. Do the obligatory, happy birthday, Nobod. Okay,
Did it
my
say
good
it
deed
that
is done
way?
for the day.
Nobod has birthday.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick just a random tweet or status update and from this list here, and you have to pick which one it is, and let's see how it goes. Here's the first one. Menstruation is called period because back in the day when women's bodies weren't as polluted, all it was a tiny dot.
No bod. It's totally no bod.
Okay, so I'm going to go down the list real quick. We're going to make this a short one because I don't want to go too long. First off, Webwave.
I'm gonna say that's neither.
Neither. Okay. Tejan.
Neither.
Nobody doesn't know what a girl is.
Dark.
You make a good
Never
point.
actually. Yeah.
You make a very good point.
Dark.
I'm going to go with neither because, yeah, same thing
Roselda.
Woblet said.
I'm sticking with my original. I'm saying no bod.
Okay. Ray.
Neither.
Neither. Chaos.
To get the random wild card, I'll go Knucklehead.
Knucklehead.
I kind of want to.
It's actually neither.
Damn, I'm actually disappointed. I don't like this game anymore.
Oh, no, it's going to get good. It's going to get good.
Just keep your drinking tiara on, girl, alright?
I'm out of.
Okay, here's the next one. No one can tell me I haven't gone anywhere in my life when they haven't even seen how far I've come.
I'm going to say no bod.
Dark says no bod.
I'm going Jaden.
Definitely no bud.
God damn
No,
it.
but everyone's seen where Jaden's gone. He's on fucking movies and shit.
That's why I think it'd be so ironic for him to say it, and he's just
That's
a
the
little
thing. That's the
shit.
tricky part.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Sometimes-
say Jaden.
Damn, this is a tough one. I'm gonna say Nobod.
Jaden.
Jaden. It's actually no bod.
Yes!
Ah.
I had such high hopes for him.
Okay, let's see here. Another one. Let's see. Did you know
Gaming.
what people know of 4chan today? 4chan started as a single infamous guy known for being a hacker of the early internet days. Is it Knucklehead, Nobod, neither?
Can you repeat the tweet or the post?
Did you know what people know of 4chan today as a single infamous guy known for being a hacker of the early internet days?
Huh. So is this person confusing 4chan with like a hack group?
I think
No,
so.
he's saying a hacker originally.
People
started
don't know
it.
that a hacker started 4chan.
I'm gonna say Jaden.
Jaden. And just so you guys know, I'm not.
I'm
Even
going to say
ahead.
neither. Neither.
okay, neither.
I'm
gonna say no
confused
bod.
by the question, so I'm not going to say anything.
You just what?
I'm confused by the question, so
It's
I'm not
because
going to
it's your quote.
It may be.
Fuck you, Tejan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a drunk Zelda quote.
Ray, who is it? Ray, who said this?
Neither.
Neither. Chaos.
Nah, I say neither.
It was Nobod.
Yeah.
Hey, I said
Did
Nobod.
anybody say no, bud?
I did. Yeah.
Nice. Well, wait. I think you're like 12-0 in this game. You
Yes,
always
he,
get it
he
right.
won the last time we played it.
He
Too.
I think I
always
know
gets
too
it
much
right.
about Nobod.
Okay, here's another one. Let me go through this list. Okay, here's one. People are like art. There is no wrong answer.
Okay, I have a
Okay,
vote
let me
on
go down the list. Webwave.
I'm gonna say Jaden.
Jaden. Okay. Lozelda.
Jaden. I'm on Jaden train.
Dark.
I'm also gonna say Knucklehead.
Tejan.
Nobod.
Ray.
Jade.
Chaos.
No, bud.
It was... Nobod.
Yes, I got it.
Hey!
People are like art.
Have we
There-
had a single Jaden one?
That's the trick.
That's the trick.
Like,
Sometimes
I
they throw
knew
them in there.
Mr. Fusion put this together, like pulled it together out of his ass right before we started. If I would have known he just would have looked at Nobod's tweets, then
I guess I think too highly of Nobod.
that did sound a little too intelligent for anything that he would post. That's the only reason why I didn't vote for him. Is like, oh, that's too smart for him.
Oh, you're so
Aw.
nice.
Happy
Okay, here's
birthday,
one
Nobod.
more.
Birthday, no bud.
Ebola has reached Dallas. I'm packing my bags, moving to Texas. I can't stay in a diseased country any longer.
Wait, what?
What? I think you
Ebola
just
has
broke my
reached
brain.
Dallas. I'm packing my bags and moving to Texas. I can't stay in a diseased country any longer.
That's neither. That has to be neither.
That has to be
neither
neither.
of them are that dumb.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
Hey.
Really
I'm gonna
think
say
about
it's
No,
this.
I'm not sure at all. Nope. Nobod for sure is not that dumb. It might be Jaden, but I'm going with neither.
I'm gonna say Jane just for the wild code.
We haven't had a Jaden yet, so fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going with
Yeah,
neither.
that's what he's playing on. He's gonna you pull out Jaden out of
Maybe
nowhere.
I am playing on that. Maybe
No,
I
I'm going
am.
with neither. I'm sticking with it. I'm committed.
Yeah, I'm going with neither.
Ray?
Either.
I'm going with Nobod.
Web Wave?
Jaden.
Chaos?
Jaden.
It's neither.
Yeah.
God!
Yeah.
See?
Not one.
See? She hates it, but now she's into this game now.
I still think the game sucks. I got one out of however fucking many.
Yeah, see, that's the problem,
Yeah,
is that you're
because
not
you
winning.
suck.
I'm terrible. I give some people more credit than they deserve. That's my personal flaws. I like to have faith in people.
No, you just have to think the worst of everybody, and then when they actually go above and beyond, you're pleasantly surprised. You never get disappointed that way.
That's actually why I'm usually a massive pessimist. I'm like that way. Then I'm never disappointed. And if
Yeah.
something goes great, then that's just a bonus.
Ray, why do you want cake?
Why? Why do
Can I have cake downstairs?
Yes,
Oh,
go.
let's-
Bring
let's-
us some.
Go get some cake.
Yeah,
and
Ray.
then
Why
share
aren't you
it with the
eating
group.
cake on this fabulous podcast here?
Because I'm sure Skinny Nobod doesn't have any. I didn't want to make him jealous.
Okay, one more. One more.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Last one. Every 7 years, your body is completely replaced with entirely new cells. So just because you look the same doesn't mean you are.
Either.
Jaden? That's Jaden. I'm so
Huh?
saying it's Jaden.
I have to go with Lozelda's answer. I'm going to say Jaden.
I've seen that.
But I don't.
Exactly. I've seen it.
I don't think that's technically correct though, because the cells in your bones don't replace
Yeah,
exactly.
don't
every
Well,
7
don't think about the science. Think about
Yeah.
the person.
Yeah. If
I
we're
have to
talking about
correct
the-
bad science, okay? I can't help it.
If we're gonna talk about the science, my head's gonna explode live on
Yeah,
the
she is a scientist. She has 2 science degrees, folks. So
Is that what you get when you get your science
Nerd.
degree, a crown?
Yeah, that's all they give you.
here.
They don't give you a degree. They just hand you a little crown and say, "Good
I'm
job."
the mad queen of science. Okay.
Fear me, bitches.
okay, so I'm missing Tejan. What do you say?
Neither.
Web Wave.
Jaden. I'm gonna say Jaden.
Ray.
Jaden.
Chaos.
Neither.
It is the Knucklehead.
Damn
Oh,
it.
nice.
Yes.
I'm not
Well,
doing
You know
very
what?
Wave
well.
did
He
win the
stole.
game, though.
He stole it from somebody else, though.
He had to have.
Yeah, he stole that from somebody else.
I don't think he's ever had an original thought.
No.
Yeah, no.
I
No.
think what happens is he comes up with a question and he goes to Yahoo and types it in, and whatever pops up first, that's what he tweets.
Jaden.
I
just
would do
explain
that,
everything.
though.
Yeah.
I
He
would
probably
do that
would. He
just
would be one
because
of those
Yahoo
persons that
answers
would-
are amazing sometimes.
Yeah, he would be one of those persons that would go to Yahoo Answers like, why is the blood in my veins blue until it gets oxygenated? And then it would, of course, Yahoo Answers would say, why, yes, it is blue. And then he would tweet, did you know that the blood in your veins are blue? And even though it's not, yeah, that would be him. He would do that.
Here's
Totally.
probably one of the better ones. Unawareness is the only sin.
What?
And if you were aware, you would know.
What?
Mind blown.
Oh, my God.
Please let that be Nobod.
No, that's Jaden Smith.
Damn it.
So I got 3 right.
Yes. Nobody.
I got 2. I'll take
You
it.
I got maybe 1 or 2. I don't know.
But Webway's got 4.
Fuck!
Yay.
He won
Ew.
again!
Yeah.
He won again!
Yeah. He
Of
got
course,
4.
the Thread Father knows all.
I know, right? He was
It's
Googling the
the
whole
butt.
time. It's the butt.
But he
There's
was
There's a lot of
channeling
knowledge in
the
that
power-
ass.
Channeling
That's
the
why I keep
power
my
of
brains in
that
mass.
ass.
What are you, like a fucking Volvo? Volkswagen Bug? Is that what you are?
I'm more
The
like a
inches in the
Pinto. Like
ass?
if I get hit from the back, I explode.
Are you an Ashton Martin? Is that what you are?
And
All the
Aston-
horsepower's in the
Close.
trunk?
You need to think about that before you actually go with that statement, okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, wait.
All the power's in my ass? Yeah. No. So that was no bod, knucklehead, or neither. For the 100 podcast.
You should do this for every.
So who are you following that you can see so many god-awful tweets? I need to know.
I think it's the dumbest tweets ever is the Twitter feed,
Nice.
and they just forward this omega level of idiocy. So
Do they retweet, or are they just like posting what they found?
they do both. They'll retweet and all that stuff.
You like post a tweet and you get, oh, I got retweeted by the dumbest tweets ever.
You're like,
Oh my gosh, that'd be a challenge. Like, can you make a dumb tweet to get shown on that?
Oh my god, right now I really want to come up with a really stupid tweet. Thank the gods that
Any
my
tweet
phone
I
is
make
out
from
of
the
my
phone
reach
thread.
right now. Otherwise, I would do that shit.
I have a suggestion for you.
Oh, Ken just handed me a phone. All right,
Uh-oh.
let's make some bad tweets.
No,
Like
but
that, just
say
make some bad
something.
Exact things that we say on this podcast, and I think
do
it'd be
that.
fun.
I was like, I think if you just tweet Jaden Smith is my biggest inspiration, that is guaranteed to get you on like the shit list of tweets.
All right, let's do that, Jaden. Smith
Make sure
is-
you make sure you hashtag like Jaden Smith or something, and so it'll get shown
yes.
in the regular
Also,
feeds.
hashtag TFT podcast.
Yeah, you know.
That's how we get exposure,
Plug.
people.
The
Oh my
dumbest tweet, then it starts going on
Wait,
news
is it
report.
is it hashtag TFT, hashtag TFT podcast, or hashtag the forum thread?
How about hashtag
Hashtag
TFT
TFT podcast.
podcast?
Okay.
you know, I'm going through my tweets, all 13.6 thousand of them.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
a lot of fucking tweets.
I know, right? And I don't see anything bad. It's mostly just sports.
Well, you're not going to think your
That's
own thing
boring.
is bad. He doesn't
No,
think any of
if-
his are bad.
No, I trust me. If I tweet shit, I will admit tweeting shit.
I just delete it.
And
Yeah.
retweet.
It's like what's on the internet is not always permanent.
Is it though?
Yes, I've been. Oh, excuse me. That was a half burp, half statement. And Wobwave has retweeted me.
What's that?
All
So-
y'all bitches need to retweet me now.
Yeah, everyone go to Dark's Twitter and retweet that so we can see if we can get it trending on more circles.
Do
Hashtag
it.
TFT podcast.
It's how we will take over the world.
With Jaden Smith.
With Jaden Smith, next guest.
I didn't at Jaden Smith because I didn't know how he spelled his name, and I'm too
Yeah,
drunk to
you
trust
don't-
autocorrect.
You don't want to encourage him. Don't.
Yeah,
don't
don't.
do that.
You don't
Okay.
want to give an impersonator that much credit either, because you might get the wrong one if it's
Are there
the
fake?
official.
Are there fake Jaden Smith
I'm
accounts?
I
There's
would
a
think
fake
so.
everything.
Yeah, I'm sure there are, and then you'll have someone like.
1, 2,
Since
3.
Jaden Smith has Will Smith as a father and all that money, he probably actually has at Jaden Smith. But then someone has to have the name the real Jaden Smith, even though they're not
And
the real
Jaden Smith OG, Jaden Smith 2.
Jaden
We have-
Smith from After Earth. That's just one.
But actually, I have a kind of an unrelated note, but similar related note. I have a cousin whose name is Michael Jackson,
Hey!
and he had
King of
to
pop.
write the whoever the admins are of Facebook. He actually had to write to Facebook so he could actually have his own name displayed on his Facebook profile because they were not going to allow him to display his name because it's
'Cause they
Michael
thought it was
Jackson.
bullshit, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we all call him Monkey. That's his nickname. But, yeah, his actual birth name is Michael Jackson.
Just make his
Apparently-
Facebook that. Like,
Apparently, his father took one look at him after he was born and said, "That boy looks like a monkey," and it's stuck ever since.
That poor
There's
lad.
just so much there.
Yeah.
Hey, Sweetman's in the chat.
Sweetman!
Oi!
Hey!
Wait,
Right?
Oi!
That's
Yeah,
what he
that's what
said.
they say. That's what they say in Canada. Oi!
Oi! Oh, I
Oi.
forgot he's in Canada.
Oi,
Hey, Sweetman,
He is
how's
a
the
Canada.
weather up there in
How's it
Canada
going?
land? Is it
Out there in
cold?
Skyrim, as we called it on other podcasts.
But I don't know how it's been for you guys, especially you, Zelda. You're up in Michigan, but like my cousins left yesterday to go visit family in Michigan, and like today it was 2 degrees shy of 80 here in North Carolina.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
I got really
fuck
excited.
you.
We a week ago it was barely 20.
Yeah.
Today it was in the mid 50s, and I went outside in shorts and a tank top because I was like, "This is beautiful." I took my windows down. It felt so warm. We can see grass now. It's dead and brown, but we can see it.
I have a question for the cold people. People who get cold.
Okay.
All right, so do you have this phenomenon when you're trying to park your car in your neighborhood or the city or something like that, and you find in parking spots people put like trash cans or like orange cones or anything like that?
What?
Like, they claim their own spots.
That is a thing. That is a thing in big cities like in downtown Chicago and things like that. You
I could
can't
never
do
see
that.
Because it's fucked up.
You can't do it in like a parking lot and anything like that. That's bullshit.
You can't do it anywhere.
Let me
You can't do that anywhere. That's bullshit.
Teachin, calm your tits, all right? So traditionally and historically the way it goes is when you're in a downtown area, in a residential downtown area, that the idea is that there are parking spots that are meant for those residents. So it's one of those things you could only park there if you live in those buildings. So it's first come, first serve. It's like if you go through all the work of shoveling out 3 feet of snow from that space, you get to keep the space because the city will not plow that. It's just like shoveling your own driveway. You shovel the spot, that's your spot, and you put a thing there to say, and it's not just like that, like, oh, I left. It's like, I shoveled this out for my car for later. I did the effort. You can't take this. That's what that's for.
See,
the only
in the city, that's a bullshit rule because everybody needs to fucking park. That car was already there anyway, so you just drove out of that spot. Like, that's what happens here. Like, people park, they're parked, it snows, they drive out of that spot once it's plowed, and then when they're done that, they put a fucking chair there. They didn't dig themselves out. It was just a spot they were already parked in, and then they drove away, and they didn't want to lose their spot.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit. I will give you that.
That's what it is. And if you try to if you're a hard ass and you're like, fuck that guy who put that cone there, I'll just park there anyway. Because they will fucking key your car.
Shout out to Shimmy Sham Gaming, who says, "Hey guys, congrats on the 100th podcast. Can't say too long, but wanted to say hey for hanging out a little bit and hanging out, whatever.
Hey!
You got a shout out. Also,
You get a shout out. You get a shout out.
Sweetman wound up saying that it is a balmy 3 degrees in Canada land right now.
Nice.
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
I don't fucking know. Whatever.
He's probably talking in Celsius because he's fucking Canadian and that's
Because
what they do there.
Canadian, yeah.
But yeah, the weather's been nice here in Colorado too. It's been like 60. Like there was a spider in my house a couple days ago. I'm like, oh my god, life. Oh, you precious life.
And right before you squished it and extinguished
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Basically, I was like, oh my
Yesterday
god,
when
And
I
then he
was-
sat on it.
Yeah, when I was at work yesterday, I actually saw my first bee of the year too.
Bees?
Yeah,
Oh,
it wasn't
bees.
it wasn't a honeybee. It was one of those wood bees, but still,
Oh,
they
dear.
only come out once it's nice. And I'm like, damn, they're out already. That means for the rest of the year, it's gonna be nice here. Like the flowers are gonna bloom, the trees are gonna bud, and then there's gonna
These are
be
gonna
pine.
sting your ass.
Yeah,
There's
well,
gonna be
here in
pine tree pollen
Here in
everywhere.
Texas, we have 2 signs to tell you that the heat apocalypse is coming. You have ants and you have mosquitoes.
Yes.
Oh, mesquites down, Texas.
And Chaos knows what I'm talking about. We have the cold and the rain, and then when you start seeing ants around the doors,
We
when
had
you
to.
feel the
We had.
mosquitoes outside, you're like, the heat's coming. It's
There
coming.
was a time, even though we lived in a pretty clean neighborhood, like cookie cutter houses, very small backyard. There was a time when there was so many ant hills. We were like having to
Wait.
avoid stepping in them when just
Are these the
crossing our
fire
yard.
ants?
No, they're just regular, the red, I forget what they're called now, soldier ants.
Because
But
we
they-
have the fire ants here, and
We
they
had a
suck.
couple of those
Fire
too.
You'll get them from time to time, but what happens is they go deep. I mean, it's everywhere. They go deep underground, but here, the ground hits, it gets warmer faster here. They start popping up, and then they start getting in your pipes, and they're all over the sinks, and it's just a
And
nightmare.
all over your
I
bed.
keep my house clean. I don't get ants.
No,
Well, we usually keep our houses clean, but there was
Yeah,
one
we
time I
clean-
just
we
woke up and
clean.
it was
I'm
all
kidding.
over my pillow and
Yeah.
sheets and blanket, and I was like, well,
While you were asleep?
Sounds like they want to eat you.
Yeah, like I woke up,
Just
like my legs were itchy, and I wanted to find out why I was itchy.
That's the
God,
nightmare.
no.
Shut up.
Well, then you want to hear the story about the time I went into my closet to grab a T-shirt that was
I don't think I want to hear the story.
on the floor. Put the shirt on, and I thought, oh, well, there must be like an ant on me. And then I reached in, scratched my back, and they all climbed on my hand. And then I realized it wasn't
They
just in the back;
all-
they were the shirts. The shirt was covered in ants
With half ants.
How do you
That's
get
amazing.
a shirt on without noticing that?
It was a black
because
shirt.
they were in the inside.
They were
I'm
on
a
the
hairy guy.
inside.
And I'm a hairy guy. The
Then you
hair.
find
finished-
out
Oh,
that
so
the
it got
joke
caught
was
in your
just made
hair?
of ants.
Oh,
your
Yeah.
hair.
That's the worst part.
Gross.
And then you go to Mrs. Fusion, you go like, get out the ants.
I was gonna say you put on your
It's like a
shirt and it
date.
just like dissolved into ants. And you're like, this wasn't a shirt at all.
Exactly. It was actually a group
That was
of
going through
nest
my
of ants.
mind. It was just ants all like bonded together.
Yes, and they looked. It was Ant King,
It
like
was
a
a
rat
clever
king.
ruse.
It's
Yes.
There's
instances
a
like
horror
this.
movie
I'm happy
about
I live on the second floor. I don't have to worry about that.
But the other
shit.
thing is mosquitoes. Mosquitoes here, which is like 9 months out of the year. We actually like the winter because the mosquitoes disappear for a stretch, but
Well, yeah, and it stays warm down there even in the wintertime. So
humid and warm. Well, we get no real 4 seasons here. It goes from super hot to wintertime. We'll have like a day where it's fall, and then immediately after that it's wintertime. Like right now we're still in winter for some reason, and probably by next week it'll be 80, 89 degrees, almost 85 degrees, and humid as hell.
I think
Yeah,
the
that's-
weirdest thing was it's so inconsistent down there. I mean, when I was down there in January, we walked everywhere because it was 75, and I was
Yep.
like, this is super strange to me. And I'm pretty sure it's super strange to you guys. It's like, because I know
No,
it's
that's-
warmer down here and normal. I was like, but I'm like, it's 75 in January. I'm pretty
No,
sure
no.
that's crazy.
That's a common thing here where you'll go from 20 degrees, 30 degrees for a few weeks to having a couple days where it's almost 80 degrees, and then the next day it'll be 30 degrees again. I mean, it's
in
it's
Texas.
really weird.
It's so relaxing to have a cold day, honestly, when it's not
Yeah,
already
it's
on
relaxing,
fire.
but when it's like 12 days in a row, it kind of sucks for us because we're not
Oh,
used to
12
it.
days.
Well, yeah, but for us, it's different.
Yeah, like San Antonio, they absolutely just die. They don't
Yeah.
understand what a cold is. Like
Well, the
Guys.
other thing is here, any ice, and it's the apocalypse. It's the
Gotta-
apocalypse.
exactly.
Got to share this comment from a sassy apple.
Oh, no, I know this story.
I leaned on my windowsill, and apparently there was a gap between it and the wall. It was like a creepy blink movie, and hundreds of ants came pouring out of the gap and covered my wall.
Nice.
That was a great
Dot,
phone
dot,
call.
dot. I screeched. So, you know a sassy apple. This name
That's
is
my
familiar.
sister.
Okay, that's
So
all.
you do
sister.
know her. Is what
Nah, I don't think she's heard of her really.
Who's this? Is sassy apple?
Does she have a tiara?
sassy.
She also has a tiara. My mom has a tiara. Sassy Apple's a tiara. I have a
So it's
tiara.
a
my best
family
friend-
Sassy apple. Are
Oh,
you
yeah.
wearing your drinking tiara?
I don't know if she's drinking right now. I think
How
she's
There's a
drunk
30-second
are you?
delay.
Why doesn't she have booze right now?
That is the real question. I mean, if you're listening tonight, you should have booze. I mean, I've got Shotgun Betty Heffenweisen ale.
Nice. I
Pretty
love
good.
a
Sponsor.
good Hefeweizen. So you're a Hefeweizen guy, I assume, Dark?
I am a
Heidenweiser.
non-discriminatory beer
Okay.
drinker.
El
Hefeweizens
Jefe.
are my favorite.
I've-
Hefeweizens are my favorite.
There's a one that's brewed here in Houston that's all over now. It's called El Jefe. Really good.
El Jefe.
Yeah.
That sounds
It's like
good.
a
Just
combination of German and Spanish.
Yeah, exactly. But it's worth it. It's
It's worth it.
it's worth it.
Like because it sounds
worth
like it's
that
a bad thing
amalgamation.
that's a combination of German and Spanish.
It's
but
worth
it's worth
that
it,
cultural
guys, don't worry.
amalgamation.
I know those cultures never got along, but this
Yes.
is like the epitome of like their ingenuity together. Like they got
Exactly.
together and you said, "Let's fucking do
The
it."
fusion of German and Mexican engineering.
It's like sticking someone else's stool up your butthole.
Yeah.
It's literally
I
that.
knew
The
there would
Germans
be a
came
way
up
to
with
come
that.
back to
The
that.
German scientists
Let's do
got
it.
together with the Spanish scientists and they said, "This is a great idea."
oh,
Okay.
Lazelda, didn't
yes.
you have another story for us?
I did. I was just about to try to awkwardly segue into it, so thank you. Okay. So it's a short story. So every other Wednesday, the reason I'm on odd number weeks is because on even number podcast weeks, my husband has a poker night with a bunch of the people he works with.
How'd they know her?
So I know most of these people because I work at the same company. So they're all in the basement right now.
Yeah.
And I went down there to get my drink, and I mixed up my drink, and
They were running for
they're all my age. They're all in this kind of age range, but they missed like the Let's Play and streaming kind of boat. They don't get it. They don't know what that is or anything like that. So they're like, "What are you doing?"
How
I'm
sad
like,
for them.
I know, right? So, like, I was setting up for my stream tomorrow, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm trying to explain it, and they're just like, "Yeah, okay." So I pour my drink, and we laugh a little bit. I'm like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go upstairs and get drunk and talk to strangers on the internet." And I start walking upstairs, and they all laugh. And one of the guys, he's making a joke. He's like, "Oh, what's your username?" And I go, XXCutieGirl69, and they all laugh some more. And I walk upstairs, and as I get to the top of the stairs, I hear the guy go, "Wait, was she serious?"
She makes a little money on the side.
Yes.
And it just
Hey,
cracked
we're
me
not
up.
strangers anymore.
You should have
I'm
immediately
hurt by
ran
that.
back down and opened the fridge and grabbed like a stick of butter.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions.
I need this.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
So we're gonna awkwardly segue into another thing. Fusion, you had a question for us.
Yes. Okay. So hypothetically, because this would never really happen, let's say you won the lottery. Let's say it was a nice big fat jackpot of $150 million. Cash option, so $80 million. After taxes, you're going to walk away with about $40+ million. Okay?
$40 million. Okay.
$40 million. Taxes have been paid. Cash option. Blah blah blah. All done. What are the first 5 things you would do? I'm going to go down first. I'm going to start with Lozelda. Go ahead.
So I have to say, so the reason I laughed when you asked us this question is because Low Link and I actually have a written out plan
So do we.
for what happens.
This is a
when-
married thing.
You guys
When-
are such dorks.
That's a good idea,
When
though.
you win
Like,
the
no
lottery.
joke.
No,
That's a
no,
good idea.
Tejan, I wait for your call the day you tell me we made our fucking lottery plan after you get married, because that's going to happen.
So here's the thing, and you're gonna call me a nerd, Tejan. So we have a written out plan, and if you wanted to know what the first 5 things were that we would do with these millions of dollars that are newfound and great. So we're gonna be super boring, and the first thing we do is we're paying off all of our debt, student loans,
Yep,
house, all
lame.
that stuff. Second thing, all the family debt. That all goes
Lame,
away.
lame.
After that, we've got like animal rescue groups we paid attention to,
Yep.
and like our departments that we graduated college from, and they get donations. And then after that, it's like, okay, all that stuff's done. We feel like real adults now. I've
Now
always
you have
wanted to go to
$39
Italy.
million left.
We're gonna go to Italy for like a month and go to Greece and all this kind of stuff, and that's gonna be great. And then I'm gonna post this in the chat so you can see this. And then we're gonna buy one of these. This was on Kickstarter. I have no idea if it got actually funded or not. We're gonna buy the
Vibes.
we're
I
gonna
just
buy
get
the
the
money
title of
gun.
it.
What is
We're gonna
it?
buy it's a money gun. It's a gun
Money
that you
gun.
put a stack of bills in
Oh.
and just shoots them out.
The description of this thing literally says a gun that shoots money is the hottest thing on Kickstarter right now.
It can fund
Nice.
itself.
That would be awesome. You just walk around with a gun and just fire it at people.
This is as good as the Loch Ness monster ladle.
I know we sold out before I could buy one, and I'm legitimately upset.
This is awesome.
It's like, this campaign to manufacture money guns is real enough, but its video looks dangerously close to a YouTube parody. Pay $250 or $5,000 for the gold-plated version for the opportunity to throw
Gold-plated
money
money
at strangers.
gun. Like,
I want to know if I would be kicked out of the strip club if I just shot this straight at girl's ass.
Depends
You
on
would
the type of
not
bill.
be. You
that would be
right near,
amazing.
like,
That would be the
just aim
best,
it-
the best
aim it
place
for
to
the
use it.
hole.
Honestly, just firing the money gun
Just
at,
aim it at the hole and just pull the trigger.
Give
Would I
him
be
a
kicked
fecal
out?
Hole.
transplant of Benjamins. Like,
I love this GIF that's playing right now with the black guy holding the money gun, just smiling
Like,
as it's
yeah,
firing.
playa.
Why's he gotta be black?
Because that's the color of his skin.
Wait, no,
Because he
that's no. Be honest. That's a white and gold dude right there.
Oh
Be
god,
honest.
not.
Be honest.
Hey!
Okay, so we talked
I
about
think
my
it's a llama.
Okay, so go on, Lozelda, go on.
we talked about my things, so there we go. Those are the first 5 things we do when we win the lottery.
Okay.
We do a bunch
Okay,
of
Dark.
boring stuff. Go. Everybody
go.
else.
All right. The first thing I would do would be the boring thing: pay off the bills. Second thing would be to purchase a real house, not a starter house, but a real nice house for myself and Ken. Third, I would invest the rest of the money probably in real estate around the Triangle area because it's growing like no one's business here. Fourth, I would buy a small island nation, and then fifth, I would go
That would-
native
$40
on
million.
said nation.
So
No, no.
you buy this house and you'd never live in it because you're already going native by the fifth
Yeah.
step.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But see, the whole idea is to buy the house, first, and then you invest what's left over, and then you turn that 40 million into 140 million, and then you buy the small island nation, and then you go native.
Oh, okay, so it's a step-by-step process. You're not
Yeah,
just
so we'll
spending
have
it
time
all.
to live in the house for a while before we have enough money to buy the small island nation.
Okay.
And then
well,
you
what
can
about...
just but then you keep the house so that way then when you hit like hurricane and monsoon season or whatever wherever you happen to be,
Yeah.
then you can go there and just wait all that out.
Exactly. Make sure we have like a bar stocked with as much vodka and moonshine as we could possibly want to drink and just wait it out. Exactly.
There you go.
Well, boy, what would you do?
I was actually giving this a lot of thought. First thing I'd do, I'd take the money,
And
I'd
run.
invest it. No, I'd take it, I'd invest it at a local bank. Boring? Not yet. Second step,
You don't know. Boy.
second
He's
step,
like, wait a minute.
I buy the local bank that I store my money in. It's now my bank, my employees. Third step, I rent a white unmarked van. Hire a bunch of friends that we want to have a fun weekend. Oh, not hire friends. No.
Hire friend.
Hire us.
Oh, no,
Hire
God.
us.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it's
hire
the
you
forum
guys.
thread now. The forum thread is at the bank.
exactly.
We can't put that on the internet, guys. It's
Listen,
totally not us. It's other people. We don't know them.
Okay, it's the Let's Be Friends podcast.
Step
There we
4,
go.
we buy a bunch of paintball guns. Step 5, we tell the police it's fine, don't worry about it. And then we go and we rob my bank. Every month. We go and we rob my bank, steal my money back from the bank.
Well, no, it's like a
you
payday
live in-
situation.
payday
If the team loses, it's like literally that. You're
if the
trying
employees
to.
can fend us off, they get bonuses.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
Okay, Tej and Lee, what would you do?
Oh Jesus! I would buy a boat. I'd be a pirate. I would travel the world. I would just go to school constantly and learn all of the things. And
Call
then
me a nerd
lastly,
for wanting to pay my shit off, and you want to go to school all the time.
yeah, I want to
that's-
learn all this stuff.
That's even more lame. You know why?
Yeah.
You are
That's-
disqualified from
I
this
really love
podcast.
books.
Listen, if you're a pirate, why don't you just like steal a bunch of teachers and then have them teach you on a boat?
There you
It's
Like,
go.
go with that.
It all works in tandem. Don't worry.
You're like
No, no.
Captain Nemo.
It works
Like,
like, in
you're
the
like,
Civ,
oh, you're a
in the Civ
scientist, you're
universe.
fine.
He can steal knowledge.
Technology has been stolen.
Yeah, you don't even need to learn. You just steal that shit.
And then with the rest of my money, I'm gonna hire a bunch of Sherpas, and we're gonna go after the
And buy another boat.
Ark of the Covenant.
Wait, what's a Sherpa?
It's like a guide,
yeah.
basically.
I
Native
honestly couldn't tell if you said Sherpa or stripper. The way
Yeah, I
you said
thought
it,
you said
it
Sherpa.
sounded really...
I think
Same
it's
thing.
the first one, really.
What about a
thing.
stripper Sherpa?
Same thing.
He hires a literal escort, so.
And then it could be like in one of the
That was good, Chaos. I'm not gonna lie. that
Broke
was good.
Zelda. She's broken.
dude. Where have you been all this time? Here, like that was spot on. Good
He's
job.
been saving that up for
Dude.
99 podcasts.
That was fucking beautiful.
He's been saving that up for 99 podcasts.
That's it.
Okay, so
Sunstream.
the married couple, what would you do?
Oh God. Well, I'd probably divorce and just take all the money.
I see.
Wow.
I see.
And I'd buy a large
comes
land
out.
Agreement.
and build one of those awesome cat houses, and then get one of every type of cat imaginable, and then make the entire lawn catnip. And that's what I would do.
Okay, so that we can look
Chaos.
forward to Ray being arrested for animal cruelty shortly after.
Oh!
Also,
Okay, if you get that many
possessing
cats
wild
high,
animals.
Yeah. So remember when we were talking about toxoplasmosis earlier, like
I'm
you-
certain
or
of
this
it
year?
now.
She is certainly infected with it, and she's not just one of those persons
I've
who.
managed to fight it off because dogs are still number one.
She's one of those persons that doesn't just subtly be affected by it. She's going to be like full blown crazy cat lady in less than 5 years. So Chaos, watch out.
Better
Wear
give her a
protection.
baby. It'll distract her. Don't worry about it.
No, I do not want babies. Babies are dumb and ugly and gross.
they're the same as cats.
No, they're not!
They're like
you can
the
train
same
them to poop
thing.
in a box. Like, it's
Yeah, anything a cat can do, a baby can do.
Anything cat can do, they can do better.
I
don't
have yet
think
to
a
see a
baby,
baby
like,
jump
jump
on the
on the
wall to
wall.
get a laser pointer dot.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that many babies, have you?
I don't care to, thank you.
We try
haven't
to
you heard of
avoid
tabula
those.
rasa? You just train that shit. Just
So,
like baby.
In
From
this
day one.
scenario, you leave Chaos no money. So he doesn't even get 5 options. He goes to the poorhouse.
Sorry, Chaos. You don't even get 5 options.
Chaos,
Okay,
you
so
can
She's
help
taking
me
it
out.
all.
He gets
What
three
if
boxes.
what if you have room in your house?
So Chaos, the question to you now is: when you win the lottery, how much are you going to pay to hire a hitman to take out Ray? That's the big question.
This is why you get a prenup, just in case you win the lottery.
Just
Yeah,
in
too
case
late.
you win the lottery.
Bruno.
I don't think does a prenup cover stuff
Lottery wins.
you.
I guess
You can. You can put in windfall clauses.
You can write in anything you want.
Like,
to it.
if I should win the lottery, I keep it all. You don't get anything, biatch.
You can create windfall clauses in your prenup.
I'm surprised none of you
learning
married
all kinds of
couples
stuff
said
today.
like you would both hire fake hitmen to go after one another, and then you would just have like a cat and mouse
Spy
game.
versus
This
across
is not
Europe.
the plot
Spy
line,
versus
Mr. and
spy.
Mrs. Smith, okay? This is
But
this is
that
not
would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
No, they both go to 2 different countries. They train to be assassins, and then they go after each other. And then the winner
Wow.
gets the money.
That'd be
Yes.
kind of cool.
That's
Well,
slightly
but-
more plausible because we're not gonna play that thing where we take that whole hire 2 private investigators to follow each other thing, take that to the next level with Hitman, because now I've just told someone that I know has extreme stealth killing abilities that I'm fucking with them. I'm not gonna toy with that because the
You
last
think
thing I need
hitmen
is
care? That
is
no,
the
like
two-
as long as they get paid, they don't really care. Like
No, but here's the thing: is you've got 2 people that are like, "Hey, are you're I get it, we should kill them." Like,
I
All
like
you
where your
need is
brain
for them-
goes with this. That's awesome.
is for them to say 3 words to each other and we're fucked. I'm not touching that.
Orange Monkey Eagle.
Yes.
So
Oh.
I have a thing I want to share with you guys.
You have a thing?
I have a thing.
What type of thing?
So
Is it in your pants?
I spent some time last weekend making a spreadsheet
Oh,
with a lot of
God.
stats.
this is how Ken starts his stories always. He comes home and he's like, "I had such a good day. I did spreadsheets. Let me tell you about
I did
them."
math.
And I
had a
immediately
thing
start
that did the
drinking.
math for me.
I started thinking this was going to be like a Gus thing where he kept a spreadsheet of when he had sex.
Mm-hmm. It's
You know,
very
that's
similar.
a second spreadsheet. He'll
It's
get to
it's very
that.
similar.
Okay.
That's
It has
the
a lot
best
of
thing
names
about
on it.
Excel
Don't
is that you
ask why.
can do algebra in it.
So,
by the
T.
way.
Lee, according to your spreadsheet, how many times have you had sex in the last 2 months?
None of your business.
Oh, I thought I was gonna give an answer, and I
If you
think
value your relationship, you're not going to answer that.
So, who do you think has been on the most podcasts at this point?
I had like 40 episodes, but I wasn't there.
I'm gonna say chaos.
I'm also going with Chaos.
Chaos,
Yeah.
has been on,
You're recluse
Chaos has
for a
been
while.
on 97 out of 100 podcasts at this
That is
Hey.
commitment right
How
there.
many have I been on?
97.
Have I
But-
been at, like 90, 91?
No,
But-
you've only been on 71.
What?
But,
Whoa!
interesting statistic, who do you think has the longest streak of continuous, and how many is it?
Me?
No, I'm going to
But it
go-
has to be Chaos.
No, it's not chaos.
Yeah, well,
no,
like I
not
think
because
the
it's-
the specific ones where I weren't there broke the streak long enough.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
me. I had the longest streak.
You think? You
I'm
had a
gonna
good
say-
one. Wasn't you, though?
I'm gonna say me. It was me.
Zach.
No.
No, not Zach.
Dark had a 40 podcast streak
yeah!
Wow.
from 26
Damn.
to 65.
That's
That
he was
is,
on, and he led every single one of them.
that is some
Introduced
Cal
every
Ripken
single
type
one.
shit right there.
It's-
Nice.
Chaos.
Do you have
Chaos, you
stats
are.
on everyone?
What's up?
Say it again.
I was gonna say, do you have stats on everyone? Like, do you
I
know
have-
how
Yeah, he has his
podcast-
I have
spreadsheet
stats
here.
on most.
Wait,
so,
wait, okay, so how many has the Threadfather been on compared to everyone else? Is it
12.
He's
humiliatingly
only been on
low
29
number?
podcasts. Well, 30, including this one.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is a shame.
Love wave.
I was there for the first one and the last one. It's fine.
You had like a streak there for a while where you weren't on, and then I think around like the 50s, 60s, you picked up again.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was busy being homeless.
So I mean, here's the thing: as long as Chaos doesn't take off in the next month, he'll probably surpass 40.
Fuck!
He's around like I think he's floating around like 30. No, actually, I think his best streak is 36. I think
I
he's
bet I
floating
can
around
change
34
this.
now.
You know what? I was
Uh-oh.
thinking about
Yes, the
taking
good old offering
next
sex.
one off, but you know what? I'm gonna have to like be on constantly now to create a new record, so this fucker can't beat me.
Pretty much.
So
Do we
pretty
know
much,
what the largest amount of people on one podcast was?
9 people. That was podcast.
27?
No, podcast
That's something out of
number
random number.
68. No, 69. 69 had
Yes.
The largest group of people in a 69. That's
69, dude.
What do you think was the smallest?
Oh,
I
it was
know
the
that's
Dark and Web podcast.
Yeah, there were two of us. The
Wait,
whole time.
27, episode 27 was
That's
Dark and Web.
27.
How long
And I
did
was
that
in the
go?
Starbucks.
It was half
like
an
a
hour.
30, I think it was about 38 minutes.
Yeah,
You guys went longer, and Webwave was doing it from a Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, he had no home.
Bro,
He was
He
all
was
alone.
homeless at this point.
Wait, was
I
it a Barnes and Noble or was it a
there's a Starbucks and a Barnes and
Starbucks?
Noble.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
technically, yeah.
I have to ask. Okay, so the Starbucks cast, were you getting a bunch of glares while you were there?
Probably.
He wasn't paying attention.
Because you know those places tend to be very quiet, except for all the rustling of the bags. Where
That
the-
would be.
the
I would
bread
love
and
to
the
walk in
coffee.
on someone just like loudly laughing and doing a podcast in the middle of a quiet Starbucks.
I think I talk like the same way I do. I was like, fuck this shit.
Well, as we start wrapping up hour one, why don't you go off some more of this? Read off a few more of the stats.
So just to round out like everybody here, so Dark has done a total of 77. Chaos is at 97. Wub is at 30. Fusion, you're at 72 at this one. So you're in third place. Nobod's in fourth place with 52. After
Wow,
today.
nobody's in
He's been on a shit ton, actually. He
Can
was...
I-
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He did used
So-
to stream them. That's
And
probably
then
also why.
here's the thing. Zach, Lo, Ray, and me all pretty much have the exact same amount. Ray
Can I
has
try to guess?
43. Yeah, how many do you
I
think
wanna
you're on?
Because I'm looking at it, because I've done the every other week thing for a while. I think my first one was like 36 or 38 or something like
30,
that.
39.
39. Ah, see, I was close.
Mhm.
Close. I'm gonna say I am at 41.
42.
Oh, so
yes.
close.
So close.
You have one more than me and Zach. We both have
I
41.
almost said 42.
The answer
and
to
I was like,
everything, guys.
Low Zelda, your best streak is 7. Ray, you had a streak of 16 straight. Mm-hmm. And then
And then she
Fusion,
dropped
your
off
best
this
is
year.
17 straight. 38 to 54.
She broke her own streak because that really drunken podcast was
Yeah. She
Put her
could have
in.
kept going. I think
Self-
she took a break after that.
self-exile.
Basically.
All right, I
She was
have...
she was so drunk, the drunk her embarrassed the sober her.
Yeah, I was like,
I
oh,
hate
they might
it
hate
when
me. I'm
that-
just gonna stay off
that
forever
happens.
now.
Like there's only been one instance where drunk me embarrassed the sober me, and that was when I puked all over the side of my friend's car, and I was not the one who had to clean it up.
I thought you were going to say on the podcast you did this.
I know, that's what I was expecting.
That's
There
what I
was a
was hoping
podcast
for.
where he was drunk with Indie Renegade, and they got rowdy. That was a rowdy one.
Did we? I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I
He
don't
was
even
on a
remember.
lot in the early...
I like the drunk one tries tells stories. I'm sad you don't get quite that drunk anymore. That was amazing.
Because I don't remember what we talk about, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we talked about this last week," and I'm like,
That's-
"I don't remember that at all."
That's why you go back and listen to the goddamn podcast.
I
now
have better
you can not
things
only
to
critique
do.
yourself. Oh, you just said you're better than our podcast.
You just did.
Yeah,
I'm
like right
deeply
now.
offended.
Cut his mic.
Well, Doc, to be fair, you were literally watching like documentaries and stuff while you were doing things like Minecraft, and so I think you could have it going passively in the
No,
background.
because I wanted to learn stuff. That's why I listened to those things.
You learn stuff here too, like
I've
about
learned a-
like about
I've
poop
learned a few
surgeries.
I already knew about poop surgeries. I knew that like a year ago.
Okay, so
I
as we
figured it out on my own.
we're wrapping up hour number one, I'm going to let those rotating out on their way out say something real quick. Lozella,
That's
what
right.
do you
Go
want to
away.
say? Podcast number 100. What do you want to say?
I want to say this has been awesome. I appreciate you guys dragging me into this adventure, and I am looking forward to the next 100. So thank you everybody who listens. Thank you everybody that's on the podcast, and I will catch you guys in a couple weeks.
All
Drop
right.
the mic.
Ray.
Make sure to save your audio for the love of God.
Zach, you better be recording.
Yes.
Does
Ray,
anyone know if Elon's recording?
Damn it,
We
Elon.
cannot confirm that. No, we cannot.
Elon's
Ray, do you wanna say
eating,
something, Ray?
actually.
I'll be back more often, and I will bring alcohol. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry, Ray. Yes, bye.
And Tejan Lee.
Hey, thank you guys for letting me on this fun thing.
Thank you for being
You're
a special
welcome.
guest.
You know, it's been awesome, and again, I'm gonna parrot Lozetta. I'm looking forward to the next 100,000. I'm gonna go to a next level though.
Well, you know what I'm looking forward
It's a lot
to?
of podcasts.
I'm looking forward to the website.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Hey,
That's what we need. Like
I'm gonna add air horns right there.
Drop.
I was gonna say.
So he says drop the mic.
Teaching, for the record, if we had 100,000 podcasts, doing one a week, that's 1,923 years.
Yo, that aren't hard.
How did you
Wood is
know
100 years
that?
old.
Because I have a calculator.
Oh,
In her
okay.
brain.
How did you know that?
You all thought she was that smart. You're funny.
I on the opposite.
funny.
I thought, well, not opposite, but I thought she just knew that because she's been like calculating these types of things all the time.
It's
I
just
mean,
knowledge
yes,
that she
I
has.
just know that off the top of my head.
That's what
So
she
should we
does in her
go?
free time.
Yes, you're out.
Be
All
gone
right.
with you.
Bye.
Screens.
So,
Do we
Hour number
introduce
two.
new people now?
we're gonna roll into the next hour. So
Yeah, don't worry. There'll be this little
We need to have
smidgen
some
will be
intermission music. Play some intermission music, and we can all go pee.
intermission. Mewtwo music go.
I like it. Yeah.
And now for words from the fireplace.
Oh, hi there. What's up, TFT crew? Just wanted to wish you guys a happy 100th anniversary. You know, I'd like to think that without me, of course, number 100 would not have happened. It's all on me. You guys never invite me on the podcast anymore, so it's like, you know, why not me? When it was me.
This has
But anyway,
been words from the fireplace.
No, wait. No, I still want to say.
Everyone's beautiful and I love them.
hang up on it.
45, everybody.
Okay,
What's up, guys?
so we decided we're going 2 hours because it's a special 100, and
Now's a fine
so
time to tell the audience. Thanks for that.
in case you've been listening and wondering who the fuck we are, this is the Forum Thread podcast. This is episode number 100, an Ignamorous Spectaculoso event. We had 1 hour, and now we're in hour number 2. So this hour, it's going to be myself, Mr. Fusion, Dark. Help me here. Wibadra?
You can call him Dark.
Wibadra.
You can always call him Dark because that's a translation. So
Okay, so
he
it's
can
Dark.
still remain
Dark is here. Say hello, Dark.
Hello.
Chaos is here.
Yes.
Zach is here. Zach 45 is here.
Yo, 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 yo.
The birthday boy, Nobod.
Ward the River.
Threadfather Webwave is here.
Yes, I am here.
And Mr. Wardberg.
I'm here as well.
So,
Okay, so-
when Doug changed his name, I was like, oh, that's stupid. Why would you ever change your name? No joke. A couple days ago, I was like, I wonder if I should change my name to this. And it was a there is a command in Unix that unzips files called gunzip. And I was like, that is actually really catchy. I was like, I wonder if I should start using them. And I'm like,
Wait, hold on.
No,
it would
even,
be- it would-
I don't know if you could arguably more so. Like when you only go by one name, it's so hard to detach yourself when
I
all
know,
your
that's
friends
what I was
know
thinking.
you
I
by
was
that.
like, shit,
But
I need to
wait.
get a whole new
Wait,
circle
you
of
need-
friends and go by a new name.
You need to think about it for a second. Your name would be Gun Danger Ready Zip.
No, just
Yeah.
gunzip. Sounds like the name of an anime.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
doesn't it?
And actually, that sounds a little bit cooler than Wubwave does. So I say go for it. Change your name.
Wubwave is
gun
just an
zip,
anchor that's
danger
holding
ready.
you down, Wubwave.
I'll just change my sponsor tag on OT.
Well, you know how they put Danger Ready in between Wubwave? Well, now we got to put Gun Zip in between Danger Ready. So it's
There's
Wub,
not enough
Danger,
spaces
Gun
for
Zip
that.
Ready. Wave.
No, he's just gonna. Yeah, it's just gonna every name. It's just gonna keep on adding on.
Yeah, it's like a title.
This is canon. I'm gonna put it in the Twitch chat so people can see what I'm saying.
Well, you know, ever since Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney, a lot of things aren't canon, including this
Lucas,
podcast.
why'd you
It's
do
the
that?
third?
I was gonna say,
I
I was like,
Lucas, that was a horrible business decision,
So
Lucas.
pause for a minute. What's not canon now? I have not been following this. What's not canon anymore?
All the books, the Clone Wars,
Wait, the the cartoon series Clone Wars
Expand-
is not canon?
Yeah.
the expanded universe is not canon for the
What?
ongoing Disney.
I think
portion.
I think what the official statement was is that as long as it doesn't interfere with what they're coming up with in the future, then it's still kind of canon. but if it's like if there's like a
How do you have kind
like-
of canon?
Like
well, it's
Clone
like
Wars.
What he's saying is that how it's
they
going to
have
be
a-
canon is
cop-out.
if they want to bring back Darth Maul, they're probably going to use the story, and that'll what they bring back. They'll use some of it as canon, but not all of it.
yeah,
That's
basically what they say, unless it interferes
It's a
with.
cop-out answer.
Well,
It is a
it's also hard. You can't really define it as canon. It's basically saying the vague event is canon, but the whole rest of the actual mini details in between is not canon at all.
Well, so I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
call bullshit on this only because I've only seen like 5 episodes of the Clone Wars animated series,
It was
and
not as good as
and
I'd
all
hoped.
5 of those episodes were way better than
Oh, well.
episodes 1, 2, and 3 of the
Whoa.
actual Star Wars
Hey
movies.
now.
Nah,
Yeah, they were.
You're an all-star.
No. I'm disagreeing
He's
with that
calling
statement
shenanigans. We have a
immediately.
shenanigans here.
You can call shenanigans all you want. They
I
were
call
way better.
shenanigans. That is
Well,
bullshit.
Yeah,
They
I
were
think
good.
as a whole, they were better. Like,
No.
cumulatively, they were better than all the
I
shit that was
disagree.
episodes 1 through 3.
Well, I guess maybe. In the
I
same
have
way
one word
Batman
to
was
to
beyond
refute
better.
you, Zach. Metachlorians.
I don't care. I don't
How
care.
how else would you want to explain people
don't?
having it?
You don't.
You don't. You leave it for what it is.
It's
It's
the
the
force.
universe.
Space
It's
magic.
just there.
People
You just
wanted
move
an
on.
It's not
explanation,
science
though.
fiction. It's science fantasy. It's a totally different genre. You don't explain
I-
the science part of it.
I
It's like
suppose.
trying
but
to
I think
explain
people
like
wanted
what
the
ki
explanation.
is in Dragon Ball Z. Like it's just like, the yell. It's the yell power. You don't want to be like, it's bacteria in the cells.
No, you just don't do that shit.
It's
No, you-
bacteria and cell and free. Okay.
You say no.
Just
we have
channel your
space
inner
magic.
Christian.
It's awesome, and we'll just go with it. Yeah, like Mass Effect. It has space magic. It's awesome. Just go with it.
There
They
were
tried to explain it away too with that whole shit at the end of Mass Effect 3, and it went to shit.
Yeah, well, we all know that the Mass Effect 3 ending was not actually the ending that BioWare originally intended. It's something that EA made them change,
no,
so
It
it's
was
all right.
The
awesome
ending
though.
semi does make sense, and here's why. I actually thought about this recently, and I was just like, the biggest criticism I heard is like, why would robots try to keep robots from taking over? That's stupid. And it's like, but the Reapers use organics to reproduce. Like, if just machines killed all the organics, they wouldn't be able to reproduce.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that make sense to people?
It,
No,
it
no,
all
the-
made pretty much sense to me.
The ending was supposed to be about the actual Mass Effect, like the whole name of the series. Like
Yes.
there are little snippets of it built up throughout the not so much the first game, but definitely in the second game with the whole mission with Tali and the Dying Star, or was that the
Yeah, I
beginning
know
of the third game? It's like so that's what this was supposed to accumulate to. We were supposed to find out what the actual effect that the Mass Effect was having on the universe and all that shit. And then we got do you choose the red option, the blue option, or the green option
Yeah,
instead?
that's pretty.
There
They
was a
did the
green
same
option?
thing with yes, it's synthesized.
Yes, for the record, I got the green option on my first playthrough without any sort of expansions. I got the
Nice.
green option.
But
What?
I think they did the same thing with Dead Space 3. Like, they're leading up to like, oh, it's like the Marcos and they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff to the human mind, and it's just like, the moons.
Kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
just like what they did with Half-Life 3. If you guys haven't played that yet, sorry
Yeah.
for the spoiler.
Spoiler, jeez.
Yeah, us cool meta people, we all know about it.
Can we ban somebody from the Twitch chat?
Uh,
I'm going to quote someone here. I want Jar Jar to be in the new Star Wars movie.
Oh, I thought.
That person. You're
I thought you were
done.
being serious. I'm like,
McLovin,
why?
you're done. You're done.
No, I
love
am
it,
serious.
You're fucking done. I'm
Make
going
done.
to kill you.
Oh. No, can we just ban that exact phrase?
Misa
Yeah, you can
back!
Banned words. Jar Jar.
Yeah, you can
Binks,
ban
or Jar Jar.
words just like Jar
Yeah,
Jar.
we're just, go.
Well, I
someone
think
edit
I
that out
remember.
real
I don't know
quick.
if it's still the case, but I remember the word "nobot" is banned.
Yeah,
listen,
my name is banned.
Is it?
What do you guys?
Try to type
Apple,
"nobot"
that's
in the
awesome.
chat, just
It
real
works
quickly.
fine.
Wait,
I wonder
hold
if
on.
that's still banned.
No, it's
Everyone's
gone.
trying it.
Oh no, it isn't.
But now everyone in the chat's like, "What the hell's happening, guys? Why is everyone
What's
just
going
saying
on?
nobody?"
Oh wait, with the "nobot" with the zero is banned.
Yes.
Yeah, I
No,
tried
it's not. I tried with the 0.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
have
see it with a zero. I see it with an O.
NOB0D. There.
Okay, yeah. it's
Yeah, see?
banned.
the hell did you guys do?
NLB0D.
The proper
I did that,
spelling
though.
of it.
I did that. Look at my post, like right below TGN. It says
No.
Nobot.
Yeah, that's not with the zero though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
a
the
zero.
zero.
That's
No,
an
it's
O.
not. It's an O.
Oh, is it
retard.
capital? Is it capital? Let's try that. Nope. Oh, I'm an admin, so I do whatever the fuck I want.
No, I still see a
On
band
our
on
end,
my
you're coming up
side.
It was blocked.
Yeah, I see
Wait,
it blocked as
is
well.
mine blocked?
Yours is blocked.
Okay, that means you can see what you write yourself.
Oh.
Yeah.
But when it comes up
We're
in the
stupid.
Momentary dumb moment. Excuse us, people.
Don't
There it
worry,
is.
guys. We're figuring things out.
Yes,
Only
we're-
100
we're-
episodes in.
100 episodes in, and we're
100 episodes in, and the entire podcast is competing over the Twitch chat to
Chaos
expand.
Mana, quick. You have 5 seconds to put a technical difficulties thing over what just
Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, is that still the subscribe music?
Yes, but it's not going to
Wait,
play
follow.
right now.
So if you guys want to hear that music, subscribe.
Whenever, that's going to be our follower notification.
Follow us, subscribe, whatever
Alright.
Twitch does.
Do we have any donation special type thing?
When we get donations, we will.
It's just the GIF of the money gun.
At the very bottom of that page, you'll see a donations link, and if you make a donation, it'll go towards the show.
Hey, I just noticed
Yes.
you got some stuff down here now.
Yeah, we finally
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
out that Extra Life banner.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
we
say,
got a
that's
whole bunch of
different.
new stuff.
That only ended like 8 months ago. I mean, yeah.
Yes. I decided it was time to actually make it look like a page, because my own page had more stuff than that.
Had we
so-
waited just a month, we could have just left it there for the next Extra Life event, you know.
Oh, that's true. Shit.
When's the next Extra Life event?
I think the first week, the 1st of October, November.
Oh,
I'm part of the guild here in Houston, and I have no idea.
Zach, could you not?
Okay, I just wanted to test. That's my
Zach,
test. To see whether or not
this
you
is your
hear me.
contribution. I see, Zach.
Oh, that'd be an awesome donation alert. Just have Zelda burp. That's your,
Oh,
that's your
yeah.
sound.
I would do that if I got a thumb of that.
You
Or a
could
thumbnail, a
easily
little audio
pick
bit of
up.
that.
Well, if you give me a
An audio
podcast
clip.
where there's a good one, I'll just run my mixer through my computer.
Sounds
We
like
need
a
the
deal.
air horn effect on his sound.
The siren, like the Mexican.
Yeah, I'll set up both.
Stop.
I'll set up both noises so they'll go off during regular streams. Just
Lucas
during podcasts, they don't.
Ask, dear TFT, how do you get people to love you? Can't. Love
You
is
have
not
to
something
love
you
them
have.
first.
Love is
Blow
fake.
job. Yeah.
Lots and lots of blowjobs.
Yep.
See, I do it a different way. I don't.
Exactly. You don't.
No, he
Don't
gives
for the-
handies. He gives the handies.
No, that would have the opposite effect that I try to go for.
Mick Lovett is asking, so are episodes 101 through 200 going to have the cast members speak in third person?
This
Red
thread
Warburg says no.
Chaos Thread likes that statement.
Zap
Mr.
thread
Fusion frowns
just-
upon that.
That sounds so funny.
Man, that's great.
Any more questions? Let's do this. Let's open this up to the
Terry,
Twitch.
I
But there's a
say a
30-second
question
delay.
now,
We're gonna
immediately.
be sitting here 30
Bow
seconds.
down and worship us, chat.
Yeah, no. Well, no, don't do that. I mean, you could, but
Listen.
ask us. Yeah, listen. I want you to listen real close. I want the best possible questions.
Terry, we're counting on you.
Terry, I go. No.
Terry, you also have to keep the lore.
Well, wait,
from
you
my
should be
stream.
writing the fan fiction, not asking questions.
Exactly. Why
Oh
are-
yeah. After the podcast, we are going to cut to Terry reading the fan fiction. She got her fancy couch in front of the fireplace, fancy suit, everything. She even has
Mood
a
lighting.
legitimate pipe.
Music.
Yeah.
And
There's
if
like
she
a-
doesn't
a
deliver, you can yell at her
saxophone
about
playing
it.
the-
Yeah,
on a
you
little-
blame
on a
Terry
tiger's,
if we don't get a smash cut to the fancy
Yeah.
music.
Also,
Tejan
yeah,
says, "What does a
yeah.
space ranger actually do?"
Shit.
flies
man.
around in a ship fighting for Zordon. That's what he does.
Oh,
He looks
no,
for
a Space
green poontang.
Ranger, as in
Yeah,
like
Space Ranger.
Buzz
Space
Lightyear. not as in Power Rangers. I was about to say Powder Puff
Yeah,
Rangers
you were.
for some reason.
Does that
Dude,
say
that'd
my
be
dearest
awesome.
friends or Nobod? Is that supposed to say Nobod right there? But
We
Yes.
don't know.
I'm offended.
You're
That would be a powder
you're a
puff
professional.
Rangers. Like
I'm not offended. That was a joke. Ladies
it
and
would be
gentlemen.
three.
sure.
It'd just be three Rangers though. It'd be the green one, the pink one, and the blue one.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Zach, if you were a Power Ranger, which color would you be?
Oh, did you guys
Blue.
see that? Like really like gritty fan
Yes.
film of
That
Yes.
thing was awesome.
that was pretty good. Yeah.
It was really well
I could
done.
totally see why Jason David Frank did not want to come back.
Who's
Why?
that again? I'm not a huge.
He was the
fan
Green
of
Ranger.
Power. Oh.
He's Tommy.
It's because he's Not,
He was like, oh yeah,
doesn't
there's a little
age
bit
well.
of drugs and swearing and blood, and it's a kids
right.
show, so no,
And he's
I didn't want to be in
born
it.
again Christian MMA fighter.
Well, he actually was like, I don't want to do it, so if Saban wants me to be in a movie, he's not going to be pissed at me. Or not say like the company's not going to be pissed at him for doing a fan film.
True.
So he can come back and do the role.
Ooh, I like this question. Dear TFT, which Girl Scout cookie is the best?
The edible ones.
Shut the fuck
Shortbread.
up.
Shortbread.
No.
I gotta go
Samoans.
Thin Mint. Gotta
Samoans.
go Thin Mint.
I'm actually a fan of the boxes they come in.
Oh,
Do you collect them?
I
do
like the
collect them.
Samoas.
I stack
They're
them
lemon.
up.
Samoas.
They're lemon.
Whatever one is the like peanut butter and chocolate together.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's the tagalongs, I
Yeah, that
believe.
one.
Those are good
Those
too.
are also really good.
The correct order in which the cookie should be placed is Samoa's first, Thin Mint second, and then thirdly should be the tagalongs.
How do you rate the wubs?
Yeah, Ray wants to know how do we rate Wubwave's butt? It's somewhere between Badonk and Platow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is the thumbnail for 100 just gonna be that?
It has to be. Please.
And actually, very fitting.
yeah.
Right after Ray asked that, Tejan asked the same question.
TFT. What do you...
How do you get that what butt? Oh, you know, like $10 probably.
$10?
That was good.
I mean,
Listen, man, I gotta pay rent.
consistency would get you a shit ton of money. Like 10 customers.
But if you
$100,
make
right?
it so cheap, it's not going to stay the same because
Okay.
it's going to get used a lot.
And secretly, we did not let you know, but he's rejoining us now. Dark, you're back, right?
I'm back. Yes.
Wait, why?
I know.
Yeah,
wait.
Wait, are you saying you don't want him back? I see.
He had to go have a poop transplant. So
It was
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah,
seriously,
Ken doesn't
though.
feel so good though.
yeah.
What are you talking about? He feels amazing too.
He's the one that was on the receiving end.
Exactly. Exactly.
Alrighty then. Okay.
I'm gonna give you a prediction of the future. In 1,000 years, couples are gonna be swapping poops, and it's gonna be really good, right?
It's gonna be like a
That's
sex
gonna
thing.
be like Demolition Man.
No, it's like that's
Like
how
50
you like
50
get
Shades of
engaged.
Dump. Is that what
No,
it's?
that's like how you get engaged with people.
50
Like,
Shades
you know
of
how
Brown.
those trends will change over time. In the future, you're just gonna be swapping poops.
I think Ray Noirvez will lead the pack because his name is Brown Man for a reason.
Noirvez.
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 I can't say it properly ever.
Narvaez.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Someone make
Narvaez.
like a
L.A. Noir. That's
a
like
noir-style detective adventure.
Noirvez.
Great.
You can have like a poncho and a hat and a noir hat. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
Ah,
great.
my
It's
game
gotta
is score.
it's got to be
Ow.
purple with pitch.
Dear TFT, if you could create a Ben & Jerry's flavor, what would it be and what would you call it? Pralines and Dick.
Pralines and dick.
Wait, I tweeted yesterday when I fucked up my gelato recipe. Hold on, let me pull this up.
All right, while
Okay.
we're waiting for him, I would do rope a dildo.
Lucas asks, if you saw me at RTX, what would you do?
I'd hug you, baby.
You.
I would
Arm you for the
scream in
party
delight and give you a high five.
I would give you
While
the
Zach is
standard
already
American
hugging you.
greeting of shooting a gun into the air, yelling "yeehaw," and
Are you gonna
Defaulting
embrace your
out.
blind cowboy persona?
Here we go. Cappuccino
blind
di
robot
leche.
fighting.
Cappuccino de leche.
Isn't that cappuccino with milk?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see the
Cappuccino of milk.
No, that's con leche. De leche is cappuccino with milk. Cappuccino of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mixed two different recipes together by accident in the gelato machine a couple days. Yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. So one was just a cappuccino flavor, and the other one was like a
Creamy flavor.
something de leche. I don't remember what the first word was. So we got a cappuccino de leche flavor, and actually it actually tasted really good. It was better than both of them. So they decided to take my fuck up and give it a name. I drizzled some ganache on top, and it's for sale right now at the place that I work. So
Oh my gosh! Please take a picture of it. For
there's
sale
only
on
2
the video.
batches because
Damn
I
it.
see in the machine that I work with, the valve that keeps the top part cooks, the bottom part freezes, and because it's got the gelatin in it, so you have to cook it to the top part. So I accidentally left the valve open, so once as it was cooking, it was also pouring down into the bottom that was mixing, so that Yeah, so it wound up making a double batch. I only knew something was wrong when the machine literally started puking out gelato out of its different openings.
It shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit.
This seems wrong.
I like
You
how
know,
the
a lot of foods are
separately.
made
I
by
like how
mistake.
the valve won't let you make a third one.
Yeah.
Why did my machine turn into Bloody Sparrows?
No, did
Only
anybody
two.
get that joke?
Yeah, this
got it.
machine can only count to 2.
Yeah.
That's good.
I have a good Ben and Jerry's flavor. I would do it the blood of robots, picked specifically off of Webwave's shoes from the TFT Smash episode.
That is the worst transition.
That was a really
That is
bad
the worst transition.
People aren't gonna understand what we're talking about. And the Skype TJ goes, "Hey, plug the new Smash stuff."
That was so bad. Kanye didn't even bother getting up. He just sat there.
Kanye just fell asleep, honestly.
Yeah, he was.
On a side note, my flavor would be called Appuccino, as an apple pie frappuccino ice cream.
Hold on. No, Tarii, I did not create a drink. I created a gelato. It is a Italian ice cream type
Italian.
thing.
Frozen,
Eat it.
yeah, it's like frozen yogurt,
you
right?
wrote the
Eat it, don't
title
drink it.
in italics.
Yes.
Yeah, I did the finger quotes, but you can't see that. But I
Yeah.
did the finger quotes.
You gotta say
gelato just
quote
has
unquote.
gelatin or what?
It's like a very stylized
It's a different
frozen.
consistency of ice cream. Basically.
Yeah,
It's more ice
it's-
than cream, I guess. is
It's
the
a
way to put
slushy
it.
and ice cream combined, maybe.
So when I make it, I wind up using a lot of whole milk. Then I
Ah.
use an actual a gelatin powder. It has a name, but I can't remember what the fuck it's called. Something 50. But it's an actual gelatin powder. And then whatever else you want to mix with it. So it's mostly milk and this gelatin powder, and then you cold it down. Fuck, I can't talk. I've had too many beers. You chill it until it becomes the consistency of ice cream. But it is super high in sugar. It has more sugar than regular ice cream does.
Oh my!
That is legit.
So
Yeah.
when you ate all the ice cream out of your sink, you just were truly going on a binge at that point.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. There's this place that it's just like pure gelato only shop. It's like right next to this Italian pizza place, so it's perfect because you can grab a pizza, like a chicken and broccoli pizza, and then head on over and grab some raspberry gelato. It's the best with a little bit of mint on the side. Delicious.
Chicken and broccoli, please.
Come on,
It's
bro.
good though. It's
Buffalo
good though.
chicken pizza.
Do you
If
even
you're gonna get
pizza,
chicken on a
bro?
pizza, get buffalo chicken.
It's shredded chicken, dog. It's shredded chicken. It's like really organic too. It's just like it's very thin crust. Yeah, it's good. It's
Buffalo
just
chicken
good.
pizza is not bad, actually.
No,
I
I
had it
don't
for the
disagree.
first time in the last couple months. I was like, well, it's not. Actually,
You know what? When I go douchey pizza, I go goat cheese.
Yeah, goat
Ooh,
cheese.
goat
Goat
cheese
feta.
pizza
And
is
goat
best.
cheese with sun-dried tomatoes. Yes,
douche.
that is
Dude,
mega douche.
Feta cheese though. Anyone? No.
No,
No, not
feta
really.
cheese is overwhelmingly underwhelming.
The only
Yeah,
cheese I eat is American.
I mean,
It's like feta
no.
cheese is
America.
what you
Well,
hear
you
people
should-
talk about. Oh, this has feta cheese on it, and they say it as if it's something special, but nah. It doesn't. It doesn't taste as good as a lot of other cheeses. It's just kind of bland.
Yeah.
Not really flavorless because it has a good texture, but
Yeah.
I would much rather eat any other type of cheese, like even goat cheese, for example. The texture is way different, but the flavor is so
yeah, it's
much
very
more on the
sharp.
spot.
Yeah, and it's like an extreme flavor.
Feta
Yeah.
cheese really just wakes up in the morning,
and
wishes
it's
it was
strength.
mozzarella.
There's two things that I want to say. First one is that Zelda's mom was actually watching our conversation at the
Oh,
top
wow.
of that she
Zelda's
brought up.
mom.
Yo.
And so she
What
was
up, Mom?
like,
Probably not still watching.
maybe, yeah. And also, Dark, this is, I guess, more towards you. Where do you think Mothra and Godzilla are right now?
Why is that directed towards him? I know more about them.
Because the TFT plays Sims 3, Mothra, Godzilla.
They're actually
been on
both
hold.
currently exchange students in Japan right now.
Students? Are they students? in Japan?
Exchange
They're
students.
That's how you
students.
say students in Japanese are students.
That's
My
students.
God, I would love to see.
Students. Oy.
Like seriously, guys, I would love to see a high school anime, but with the Godzilla monsters.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the
That's not
first
real?
thing you've said all night that I'm actually excited about. Someone needs to do that now.
Please, like Mothra is like
I
like a
actually
mouse.
talked to
Moth.
Godzilla. I
Senpai Gojira, why won't you notice me?
Gojira! Gojira! Gojira senpai!
And like Megalon is like the school bully, but with like he has like a secret heart of gold.
Yeah, he's the Tsunader or whatever.
Tsundere.
Tsundere. Who's
See,
the
using
Yandere,
like
though?
foreign words like that, you just gotta say it fast, like Tsundere.
Tsundere.
Yeah, you know Tsundere.
Yeah. If only we had our resident Japanese-speaking
Resident?
lady with. Yeah, she speaks Japanese. Karo 27 Umi.
She speaks
You
fluent
say
Japanese.
her name so much better than I say her name.
I know, right? Because we're all like Kira, Kura.
You just gotta say it fast, like I said.
Go to 27 Ume.
I took a single.
I took
semester
a
of
single. You're like still doing it, but you're not intending to.
And I sing
So
good.
bad.
Sing good episode.
Benoit Bandasa. Okay,
Is that Chris
Terry.
Benoit in there? What'd you say?
yeah, don't worry about it. Terry asks, worst
Rest in peace.
road trip / story moment, go.
I was in a car and driving. It was awful. Anyone else?
That was an awful story.
I have
That's
a
pretty
few
much
because
just- every time I get in a car, that's the story that I tell myself.
because my family drove across the country twice
God.
to move, so I actually have kind of a few. I'm trying to think. I had
Going
like
to
a.
Colorado, probably.
It's not that bad actually.
Yeah.
Did you get blown
I
off?
threw up. I threw up in a car once, which was like the only time that's happened.
I've only thrown up on a car. I've never thrown up in a car.
Yeah,
You
it's kind
on
of
top
when
of
you
a
throw
car?
up in a car on a highway. It's like,
Oh,
shit, where does this go?
You need to roll the window down,
do?
stick your head out. That's what you
On
got to
the
do.
highway. Yeah, it goes
If
on the
you're in
highway.
the back of a van, that's kind of impossible.
But you need to remember to put your head all the way out the window and out a little bit more, or else it's going to go all over the side of the window, and like you're not going to want to look at that, and you might actually throw up again.
Yeah, that was
low
one of the
back
worst
and
road
solid.
trips I had when I was going across country, and
Oh,
I had two other siblings, and so we each took turns getting the "I'm so sick, we have to throw up" syndrome,
Nice.
and that was the entire trip. We had to just deal with that. And the sad thing was, it started right after I ate this burrito from a gas station.
Oh, yeah.
You know where you went wrong? Eating a burrito from a gas
Gas
station.
station.
Exactly, but then
At
again, I
least
was
you
a
didn't
lot
use the
younger at
street.
that point.
No, I've
At least
never
it's
really
just-
had a bad road trip experience. I guess I've driven a lot, travel a lot. Like for family reunions, when I lived in Michigan, I would drive all the way down to Arkansas every year. But
So
like
the
there-
bad
there-
starts when you at the family reunion. Then
no, even then, like I
okay.
hate driving. I hate riding in a car. But like, there's never been anything particularly heinous. Like 1 year, my aunt rear-ended us. Traffic jam. So we slammed on our brakes. She slammed on her brakes, but she wound up rear-ending us. But that's not exciting. 1 year, my uncle blew up his vehicle's engine because he tried to pull his massive ass trailer behind him, but he's a stupid asshole. And so it was like, you dumbass! Now you have to go get a new vehicle. So he wound up getting a really big truck to pull his trailer after that. But that was more irony than anything else.
justice even.
Yeah, and then I almost died a couple times driving in the wintertime on icy roads and getting run over by semis and shit. I think I posted a journal about it on Rooster Teeth once or twice. But like all in all, it's like I don't have any bad road trip stories.
How do you actually pass the time when you road trips? Do you often take them with Ken, or have you gone on one recently?
Oh, yeah, to pass the time, all you have to do is, unless it's with my mother, because she and I have slightly different tastes in music, but if I'm traveling with, like, my sister or anybody else, you just crank the music and you sing shamelessly to Celine Dion until you run out of Celine Dion songs, and then you switch to something else.
Like Whitney Houston.
No, not Whitney Houston.
What? And
about
I will always.
That's the
Don't
only song.
Yeah.
The only song by her I would sing shamelessly.
I
Sing
want you to roll
shamelessly
down the
to-
windows, and we just hear like Dark driving by, and
And his hair blowing in the wind majestically.
Oh, it would be
I would
amazing.
love to videotape that.
okay. So at RTX Dark, we're gonna film that. You're gonna be mouthing the words, and I'm just gonna put that over.
That'd be beautiful.
I do realize that at this point in time, I'm not going to remember this conversation, so you're going to have to remind me, okay?
Oh, we will.
we
There's
will.
audio evidence. I can only think of 2 instances where I had a really crappy time driving, I guess. And it was when I was a passenger. One was the case when my family went to California, San Diego to, do all the stuffs like Water World or whatever the fuck it's
Water
called.
World? You mean Sea World?
Yeah, it was SeaWorld, fucking Water World, splashing.
Water World, dude. It's like the
Water
knockoff version of SeaWorld. There's just a
Exactly.
kiddie pool.
With Kevin Costner, yeah.
Exactly. No, but on our way back to Arizona, that's when we got this border check, and they were doing it extra rigorously. So it's like they were opening up trunks and they had K9 units.
Was there a cavity search involved?
No, I was.
I'm
not
not interested.
But is that where the rigorous part came in?
No, it was just that they were being kind of.
They were not being
unnecessarily
careful
rude.
with your stuff.
That too, and the officer who's asked where were we going and what was going on and all that stuff. He then went to me because my brother was asleep, and he asked, "Are these your parents?" And I'm like, "Yes, they're my parents." And I said it so nonchalant while playing Portable Ops, like it was just such a shitty moment. I was too caught up in the moment, and it's just like, leave me alone, fucking asshole. I'm trying to beat fucking Neo right now. It's a very difficult game. And I guess the reason that was happening is because apparently there were people transporting Mexican illegal immigrants from California to... Well, the reason they thought... I'm a white boy. Everyone's seen that. They know.
What, you're
When you
white?
meet me-
Oh my god.
They know...
My god, why do you have to be white?
When...
Yeah, Zach.
His
Don't know
nickname
why.
is mayonnaise. Did you not
Yeah,
figure that out?
exactly. But the reason why we were so extremely tan is the first day we were at the beach, our car got towed. So we were out in the sun for 8 hours straight. We were all lobster red when we got back to our hotel. We couldn't move. It was like one of the worst parts of the vacation. And then on the way back, we
One of
were
the
all
worst parts.
burnt. We were burnt brown. And
Please, we'd like
apparently...
And
We'd like
you've
to let
lost
everyone know
all
that
your
we're not-
tan again, Zach.
I have a
You're
driving
not prejudiced
story,
to
but
Yeah.
it is not funny, so I am not going to tell it.
Oh, please. Don't
Okay.
introduce it like that and then not say it.
I mean,
Okay, I
there's a-
watched a man die.
Oh, what?
That is not funny. That's terrible.
Yeah, there was I forget. There was when we were driving down to Carlsbad. There was this car came off the off ramp. It was there was a drunk driver and his friend, and they went woo, and then they spun out and rolled and crashed into a pole, and one of the guys actually died.
Jesus
Did
Christ.
the drunk driver die?
No, it was the passenger that died.
Well, this is just okay. The drunk driver, the passenger was dumb enough to get in the passenger seat with the drunk driver, but still, ugh.
Yeah,
Okay, that was a bad story. Let's talk about something else.
I told you it was funny.
I nearly died once. Do you want to hear about that? Or...
No,
Were you
because
the drunk driver?
I nearly died once too. It happens all the time in cars.
Well, I was going down a mountain.
In
and I was
what?
half-
And how? Okay.
That's how the story I tell. When
I was
got
going
that
down a mountain.
Speeding ticket happens.
There wasn't a road. I was just going down a mountain. It was
Well,
nothing.
no.
Pretty
I
hardcore.
was hanging out with these party chicks, and they were under the influence of different varieties of substances, and I'm not
Were
going to
they
get
over
into
the
it.
age?
They were over the age. They were of legal
okay, for
age.
the sake of the story, we'll say yes.
Yeah. So she decides to go 65 down this narrow, rigid mountain path, and the guardrail is to the left of us, and the
I like
ditch
how you
and
had
stuff
to
like
think
that.
about which direction the guardrail was on.
The guard
Yeah.
rail.
Well, I can remember.
I mean,
it
you're in the
very
United
clearly.
States. It should be on the right-hand side.
Well, it's because we
It
were
depends
going
on which
down
side
the
of the
mountain.
mountain, yeah.
We were going down the mountain, so that's why it's on the left. And it's a shitty, ill-maintained guardrail. Like, you could stub your toe and half of it would come off.
And then you also get
So
tetanus from the rust.
So we're packed into this car. There's 7 of us in a fucking a 2-door Honda Civic or some bullshit like that. And we're driving down. She wants to be Tokyo Drift style, so she does.
Oh,
She
dear.
go ahead and Tokyo drifts, and we hit the guardrail. Okay. She luckily recovers, okay, because if we didn't recover, I would have been sailing off into a ditch somewhere and dead. And we hit the side of the mountain, and then I had to help fucking change out a tire and push a car out of a ditch.
So she
Man.
was not the Drift King. She was
That's a
not
lame
the
story. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I disapprove.
Yeah, it was a shitty story. I know, but things happen.
This is a
Okay,
100th
Dark.
podcast.
What is the time you've come closest?
I wrote a journal about one of the times. Like
Mr.
everyone
Fusion
knows
Fast
it
and the
already.
Furious 3 was alright.
Mr. Fusion Fast.
I see your Twitch comment.
I mean, I've seen way worse movies.
Yeah, like the only fucking time I've ever actually almost died in a car was when there was not just snow involved, but there was ice on the road, or there was a thick layer of slush from a really strange amount of snow that's fallen.
Yeah.
So it's like spinning out on the highway, almost getting like destroyed by semis, that type of thing. But every single time I lived, and every single time, like even the one that I posted the journal about, where like my sister and I, we exchanged the last words where she was like, "I love you, Tom," and I'm like, "I love you too," and we wound up like bouncing off the median, going in between a couple of semis, and then like somehow miraculously recovering. It's like afterwards it was all over, and we started laughing. We're like, "We actually lived through that! Oh my god!" And it was just like super awesome and super intense.
I
So
kissed
even then,
dirt when I
wouldn't-
got out of that car, though. That's for sure. I was like, "Thank the Lord."
You made a
in
conscious
everything.
effort to make your last words "I love you too."
Yeah.
You should have said something. She's like, "I love you," just like.
Fuck you. No.
It wasn't really a conscious effort. It was just like my sister, whom I've known her whole life. She's been in mine most of my life. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. She's driving, and like I'm making commentary the whole time as we're spinning out. Like we're spinning on the highway, facing the wrong direction. Now we're facing the oncoming traffic, and I'm like, "Oh, we're not going to be okay." And then we almost recover. I'm like, "Oh, we're going to be okay." And then we wind up bouncing off the median again and heading straight towards a semi coming towards us. I'm like, "Oh, we're not going to make it." And then she lets go of the wheel, like, "Fuck it. There's nothing I can do." And she looks
take the wheel.
No, she looks over at me and she says, "Sorry, I love you, Thomas." And I'm like, "I love you too." And
Something, like,
That
at
is
that
so
moment,
depressing.
I could almost guarantee I would say something ridiculous.
that's how
Team Rocket.
No, I thought your quote was gonna be. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like,
It's fine.
I got this. Open the door and jump out.
like, we obviously didn't die, so like the whole.
How do you know?
You have no proof.
Yeah,
Oh my
Dory.
God,
you're in a
we
coma
could be
right now,
dead.
though.
We could
Wake
be.
up.
I don't
Your
know.
No,
brain
this
in a
is
jar right now.
no. Wasn't it like she could do a really good impression of you or something like that?
No, that was me.
Okay,
doing
the other
an
way
impression
around.
of her. I went in drag as her for Halloween one year. Remember?
Yes.
No, I do not remember this.
Yeah, we were all there, guys.
Yeah, we were all there.
Yeah, weren't you all there? You weren't all there. What? I know there's pictures somewhere.
I don't
Wait,
know.
are there pictures? I need to check my Rooster Teeth profile. If there's no pictures, I have to upload a picture of me.
Something-
dressed
No,
as
I was
my
at the
sister.
It's just something scary about being hundreds of feet up in the air and seeing an imminent death in a sheer drop that just is a very
Dude.
sobering effect.
Honestly, if you weren't preparing yourself to scream "Team Rocket is blasting off again,"
I should have. Now that I think
You
about
grab
it.
each other's hands and you just say that.
Team Rocket's blasting off again.
So, guys, that's my one funny joke, and I don't need to make any more. So continue.
Okay. That was your annual funny joke.
That's
Give it
terrible.
to you.
But guys, I have something I need to tell you about before I forget again.
Sure.
Okay.
So
Watch it begin again.
there has been a game that was recently released called Cities Skylines. Have you guys heard of this thing? on Steam?
Yes, the city builder.
Yes, it is. So what the developers said. Fuck, I can't remember what they're called. Anyway,
SimCity,
Is
but
that it?
worked.
Was that it? Fuck.
the developers of this game said that they wanted to make a spiritual successor to SimCity 4, which in other words means they're going to kick the shitting pants off of SimCity 2013 or 2014, whatever year that horrendous game was launched.
I believe it was 2014.
Yeah, so
The game was
So-
groundbreaking.
shut
Yeah,
the fuck
Not in a
broke,
good
broke
way.
everyone's ground at that point.
And throwing it on the ground and
broke
breaking.
new ground
It
by
broke the
breaking
ground.
us.
It did
It
not
broke.
break new grounds.
It broke everything except the ground.
So many people dropped it. It broke the ground.
Freaking Game Grumps reference. It broke
Yeah.
new grounds by breaking us.
So the new SimCity game was dropped on its head as an infant, and we got the shitty piece of refuse that we got. So today I downloaded Cities
Brand new.
Skylines, and holy shit, this game is amazing. So you start off with with a map that's the exact same size as the city from SimCity, the new version. I want to say I'm just going to call it SimCity 5. So SimCity 5. And but the thing is, it does have a few flaws, but all in all, the whole game is very balanced. And the presentation looks very, very similar to SimCity 5, like almost an exact clone of SimCity 5. However, where the game really starts to shine is once you start to grow your population, you unlock the ability to purchase a new section of the map and add it to your city size. So all in all, once you started to grow your population without any mods, you can unlock the map to where you have 8 times the size.
Yeah, it's a quadrant at a time or whatever.
Yeah, of what SimCity 5 is. And it's not technically it's not supported by the developers, but the developers have made it to where you can mod the game. They're very, very friendly towards modders, to where you can actually unlock the entire visible map to build your city on. So we're talking
create
almost,
a coruscant.
Yeah, we're talking about almost 16 times the size of the SimCity 5 map for a single city.
Is it in early access or is it like?
Yeah, it's early access. Is it done?
It's bona fide released now. That's why I bought it. It just recently came to a real release. Yeah. And the last time when I logged onto Steam this morning, it's like, hey, we think you'll like this game. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, this looks like a SimCity clone. And I was fooled by Cities XL 2013. That was such a shitty game. Oh, such a shitty game. The Cities XL series, I hate it. So I was fooled by them. I'm like, oh, this looks like a clone. But then I went and looked at the reviews, and there was over 1,000 reviews, and it was overwhelmingly positive. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? So I went onto YouTube and actually looked for some video reviews from people that I actually trust, like the Lazy Game Reviewer and a couple others. And they all gave it like glowing reviews. They're like, this game is not perfect, but it's the game that SimCity 5 should have been. Yeah, it's everything that SimCity 5 should have been done right, except for a few very small flaws. And I've only played it for about 5 hours today so far, but holy shit, it's amazing.
Are they still updating it?
Yeah, they're still updating it. They're still going to continue to give it support. But it is in official release now, and definitely if you like SimCity, if you hated the debacle that was SimCity 5, go ahead and... Oh, the best part is the full release of this game is $30.
Nice.
Yeah. So we paid...
And aren't there like intricate other mechanics involved other than just building a city? Like how you build the city is important for increasing its size and increasing the population?
It's okay. Unlike SimCity 5, which makes you build a lot of different separate cities that specialize in a lot of different things, this one you can only really there's no region. You only build one city in the one region.
Just an expansive city.
Yeah, but the one city is the entire size of a region in SimCity 5, so you don't have that specialization. But yeah, you do have different districts in the city. You can actually zone special districts in your city and have it specialize in different things. So if you have
this one's in charge of education and power, and that one's in charge of this or that.
Not quite like that. If you have
put education and power next to each other.
Well, you can have a ritzy neighborhood.
Zach, you want them to play on the
what are you doing to the kids?
You teach them about how the infrastructure works. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you educate
and you want them to get superpowers or
educate the rich
horrible
kids.
Diseases.
Put them in a little section of their own, raise the taxes on them. Yeah. So yeah, you do have a lot of flexibility and a lot of customization. That's the thing. You have a lot of customization in this game.
Cool.
Whereas in SimCity 5, you pretty much make the same fucking city over and over and over again because you just have this tiny, dinky, little, tiny space to build a city in, and it's just god-awful embarrassing. So
but
yeah.
Here's the real question. Are we going to buy the new SimCity thing for $30, or are we going to buy Civ Beyond Earth for $50? Or, yeah, it's $50.
I already own Civ Beyond Earth, and I only paid $30 for it.
Yeah, it's called waiting for a good Steam deal for your favorite games.
You know, all you have to do is just put it on your wish list, and it'll email you when it goes on sale. So why don't you do that?
Do that.
Yeah, do that. Because I would love to play Civ Beyond Earth with someone because
I have it. We could play it sometime.
Then why have we not played together? Let's fix that problem.
And then make a Let's Play out of it.
I would have liked it if after Wub said I have it, he would have been, I would have loved to play it with
He just like speaks over Wobwave and says, "I would love to play with someone."
It's all about supremacy in that game.
Yeah.
So yeah, fully endorsed Cities Skylines. So anyone listening, if you like city builders, go buy it. It's awesome.
Second sponsor.
No, seriously, like I'm one of those persons. I like to vote with my dollar. So if I genuinely think something is amazing, I'm like, throw money at it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Throw money at it.
Is there a way to mod it so that it's endless?
Yes. Well, it's not endless, but you can mod it to where you can build in the entire visible region. So you actually like meet the edges of the map. Now, technically, the creators are not supporting this because what they say is that they for all the different computers, all the different operating systems, that type of thing, they will support up to like 8 times the size of SimCity 5, and that should run buttery smooth on every system, every computer, that type of thing. If you want
uniformity.
if you want to mod it and make it like twice that size, it's fully supported, but not technically supported by the developers.
Yeah, Space Engineers did something like that, where because the map is now with 6 astronomical units. There was a speed limit put in place here, like an object can't move faster than 100 meters per second, but they said, you can mod that, but it'll fuck your computer up. Like, don't do that.
Well, this won't fuck your computer up, but it'll will
make it
cause a slowdown.
Yeah, it'll basically the same idea. It's like, you can do that, but it's going to take a lot of computer power to do that.
So,
It's like
what I
why
can
they
say
didn't-
is, I've played Cities Skylines for about 5 hours today. I've built a pretty decent sized city. I've unlocked a region that's 3 times the size of the SimCity 5 game.
Dang.
And for me, playing SimCity 5, my computer did chug a little bit once it started simulating an entire city, even in the one little tiny spot. So this new region that I've created in Cities Skylines is 3 times the size of my city in SimCity 5. And I have not experienced any sort of performance problem. Now, the graphics are not quite as polished, but it's not enough to make me actually point my finger at them and say something.
It's basically worth it. The gameplay well overlays the graphics.
Yeah, and like zooming in and out, like you can zoom way the fuck out and zoom really, really far in to the point where you can actually see like the grass blowing in people's yards. And I have yet to experience a performance at all. It's really, really smooth. So I wish I could remember what they were called. Up until an hour ago, I could remember what they were called, but I'm drunk now, so I can't. But they did a fantastic job. Kudos to them. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm done talking about this game. I've talked too much about it, but yeah, I'm impressed.
So is anyone going to be streaming later this week, by chance?
Maybe.
On the TFT channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends. What are we doing, Wobwave?
I was going to stream Space Engineers, maybe.
I'll play some Space Engineers.
What's that?
with you.
Heist.
Space Engineers is the science fiction version, like a lot better of Minecraft and Gary's mod.
Except the world is like 6 astronomical units, as I said, which, if you are not familiar, an astronomical unit is this between the Earth and the Sun.
So how expensive is that game?
It's like $30 probably.
I think it's like $30 full
well.
price, but it seems wonderfully worth it, and I'd love to give that game a try.
I'll stream some of it, and you can take a look at it and be like, do I want this or not?
And you're gonna try to build the missile that doesn't fire.
No, that design
Rail
is in
cannon.
that design is still saved, but maybe not. I'll probably.
I know. During the stream, everyone gets to vote on the next part that's put on next.
I think Wobwave has a not so secret admirer.
Yeah.
In Zoe.
Oh my.
Hey, girl. Anyway,
Oh, whoa! What was that?
What?
He already knows he has a fantastic ass, so he's
Exactly, that large cross-dresser
Sometimes you
told me.
just gotta strut.
It's called a
Exactly.
badonkadonk ass. You've got a badonkadonk ass.
Got a badonk-a-donk.
Thanks, Buff.
And you know what the
Thanks,
sad
bro.
thing is? Ever since you mentioned that, I'm trying to like think back to when we were when I saw you at RTX, and like I'm failing to recall any sort of memory of what your ass looked like because I guess I wasn't looking.
I thought
So the next
you're not looking at my ass.
Yeah, the next time we see each other, I'm totally checking your ass out. Okay, so make sure you're wearing pants that like fit it really well, so I can give it a full.
We're gonna do a lot of
Pants.
squats
It's
before
gonna
RTX.
come in yoga pants.
Oh gosh,
Yoga
please.
Yoga
Let's all
pants.
just wear yoga pants.
Just
Zach, you're gonna be the only one that actually shows up
I'm
in yoga
yeah.
pants. You're just gonna look around like all disappointed.
We should,
He's not even gonna be in yoga pants. He's gonna be in yoga capris, and he's just gonna look like
exactly.
complete
I'll have a
aggressive
feather earring and I'll have a ponytail. No,
Wait, what?
there's this stereotype about
Yeah, you know, like
yoga
old
pants
yoga
and
dudes.
dudes. Yeah,
You
with
have
like
like
a
the
tank top.
ponytail and like
Yeah.
the earrings and yeah, no, I know
The
what
bullshit hipster earrings. Thank you.
I have
People
no
that
idea
put
what you're
44
talking about.
Yeah.
People that put 45 at the end of their names.
Exactly. No, shut up. We could also just have a nerd orgy and just all
thought you were about
dress
to
up
say
in
Nordic.
onesies
All right, Lucas, shut up.
I don't
and
have any onesies.
snuggle. We can get onesies.
Yeah, Derek, that's
wait,
going to
no.
be your expense for
But-
RGX. You need to get...
No, because you don't snuggle when you're wearing one pieces because you know what snuggling leads to, and it's really hard to get out of a one piece. So I'm
Really
completely
That's why it's an orgy.
really-
you
There's
It
no
pulls
friends.
out.
So-
Like you just gotta like flex and just like rips off, right?
Yeah, Derek, you can probably flex
that only
out of it.
works in the movies. That does not work in real life. I can attest to that.
You'd like
That's why you need scissors. or
That's
sharp
yeah.
objects.
You cut specific parts so you can rip it out. Then
exactly.
Or maybe they're onesies that come with flaps, specially designed.
flaps.
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 Now we're just thinking of
Alright.
police pajamas.
Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of. Thank you, Wubwave. No, just no. You're
What are those
fired.
flaps even for?
Easy access.
All right.
When you gotta take a dump.
What if you gotta pee? Like, there's no
My
flap
brother
in the
has
front.
one for hunting.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
no flap in the front. What if you gotta pee?
No, there's not a flap in the front, but there's like a little slit
Yeah.
that has
Oh, it's
offset
like
pieces of
I get
fabric.
it.
So
it's
you,
like a Zippo kind of
yeah,
thing.
you
It's like a-
thread.
Yeah.
You have
a
to
bigger
thread
thing
it
of
through.
what's on boxers.
Oh,
Yeah, so you
well.
have a flap in the front, in the back. You have a flap in the back, and then you have a slit in the front that you just have to thread it through, and yeah, easy access to everything.
The
now.
flap in the back was for dumping. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Who knew?
Yeah.
The
If
more
only
you
people back
know.
then were as germaphobes as we are now.
Yeah.
You know
I mean,
that people used to like use magazines as toilet paper because toilet
We
paper
have a
is
lot
actually
more people.
relatively
We have
recent.
a lot
Oh,
more
yeah,
population, bro.
yeah.
I actually
I'm
still
that-
have
I'm that
family
old.
that is alive that used the old Sears catalog as toilet paper in an outhouse.
I am that old that I knew family that used paper, like they used magazines regularly. You'd walk in and there'd be like shredded torn apart mags sitting next to the can. They're really weird.
Oh, someone used the games page.
Actually, I even have family that was so they were redneck out in the middle of nowhere, but they were so well off they actually had a double outhouse. There were two seats back there. So if you have that situation where you have to take a shit, but someone's already taken a shit, you go into the other door and there's a second.
Was it back to back or
Shit.
side to side?
They were side to side.
I'd like to
Did their
imagine there's
cars
like a
have
little
pants
window in
on?
between where you can look at each other.
Like a confessional.
Actually, now
Like
that
a
I think about
confessional
it,
door.
Yeah, it was remodeled from one into an outhouse.
Son, what is
Yeah.
your confession?
I do have some family that I think they're from Ohio, somewhere in Ohio, where okay, this is the story I was told. So my mother tells the story where she and my uncle were taking a couple of their friends on a road trip down through Ohio and then and a couple of the other states just below Ohio. And they're like, oh, by the way, we're really close to Auntie X's house. I can't remember what her name is. I've never met her personally. And they're like, oh, that's the one that has that doesn't have any windows in their house and lets the goats live in their house. And you're like, yeah, that's the one. And whomever their friend was like, what? No, you're making that shit up. And so my uncle's like, is like, oh, we have a pit stop to make now. So they actually go out of the way to this aunt's house. And sure enough, all the windows in the house are broken out. They've got like goats and cows like walking in and out of the opening that used to be the door. And I'm related to those people somehow. Like, oh, that's fan-fucking-tastic. Great.
By the
Wonderful.
way, T-Jan has one last question that I think we should ask you.
No,
answer.
not
He
allowed.
said, have any of us hit our porn in the woods?
I would like to answer that.
No.
With,
Wait,
Actually,
hid what in the woods?
Porn?
Why would you hide porn in the woods?
Why would you hide porn?
Well, you have to bury it so the bears don't go after it. So.
So when they're shitting in the woods, they don't accidentally trample it.
Or use your porn as toilet paper. Because
Exactly.
Common bear thing.
I've never had porn printed on paper before. I've only had it in like DVD format and internet
digital.
format.
Yeah.
That's true. We live in an age where you can't hide porn in the woods. You can hide it on a MediaFire account, but you can't hide it in the woods.
Yeah, I saw that, by the way,
folder
Wave.
was?
I saw that. I saw
What do
that
you think the TFT MediaFire is for?
Yeah.
I appreciate number.
That's why it's almost full in capacity because.
But I've got to say, you don't have enough gay porn on
Those
there.
4K porn files.
Dark,
take up a
that's
lot of
your
space.
that's your area of expertise. So you
I'm
need to
pretty
supply
sure-
more.
I'm pretty sure Wubwave thought putting him twerking as video set would be enough.
Yeah.
Just take what you can get, man.
Yeah, you know.
So look for the TFT RedTube account.
Oh God, please no.
Jerry, I
We're
make
trying
that.
to be semi-credible.
Terry
right?
already made that as we were talking about this.
Trying to be
subject.
semi-credible. Zach, if we make a TFT porn channel, we will be so credible, everyone will
That's
be...
how you're actually gonna make money. Do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we should do this.
Actually, we should do this.
I'm sure you can
Wait.
set up a shoot at RTX of some type.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have the
please, no.
TFT Plays channel, and then we have the TFT Lays channel.
I mean,
Yay!
think about it. What is more fun than having sex? Not very many
video
things.
games.
Maybe
Video
drinking
games.
coffee, playing
Video
video
games.
games.
Video
And then you have sex. So sex is definitely in the top 5 of the most fun things there is to do. So,
You have sex.
for those of us who actually have sex.
You have sex.
Those of us who can get laid, yeah.
And so it makes perfect sense.
Gosh.
Like, you can not only like make some money off of it, but get famous off of it at the same time. This is such a good idea. We should do this.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna, no.
Lame.
I think the
mean-
day that the video first time Webwave anal comes out, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be done with this.
What?
I'm gonna be
Imagine
done
the
with all
TFT
this.
Productions logo as like porn music starts, and then
God.
the movie
no.
And I was gonna ask like a really like sincere like question.
the money
and then
prints
we
itself in
Segue to this
fiction.
bullshit.
Okay, what's your sincere question?
Well,
now?
I was gonna ask, as you know, we've met each other and known each other over the years, or the few moments we've known each other
Like,
in the
we
podcasting.
met each other once. You expect us to just like know each other from that?
Well, I mean, we talk off and on, and we talk for hours at a time on the podcast and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I do know a lot about you guys.
Yeah, you know that I stand up to wipe my ass. So.
And you eat cereal while you poop.
Well, yeah, not at the same
Because
time.
you're a crazy
I have a
bulldog.
question about that actually. Like, do you wipe as you're eating?
No.
Or do you no.
Wait,
It's a pre, morning shower shit. Okay, so you
Yeah,
don't
you
want
have to shit before you take the shower. We've covered this in the Sims Let's Play. You have to shit before you shower. That way
precisely.
I have a question though. What's wrong with standing up to wipe?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
you stand
weird.
up when you want to, huh?
That's
Okay.
weird. Don't do that.
it's not.
Why are we?
No.
It's not economical motion.
But my
This is so disgusting.
No, go back to this question that we cut off, Zach. What was the actual
No,
question?
hold on,
What's your
I
point
have
here?
to say something
Well,
though. Dark.
Go ahead.
Lindsay went over this in the one panel we were at RTX. Lindsay went over this. There's nothing wrong with standing to wipe. Okay, Zach, you can now talk.
okay, my question is, like, how has this podcast affected your life in a positive or negative way, or even maybe a bittersweet moment that you enjoyed? Like, what's your favorite moment of any of these podcasts that you've had?
My favorite moment is where I can't sleep anymore because I said Webwave anal.
Ditto.
Like, when I think back, when I first got on to the podcast, I think it was episode 15. Tejan can probably fact check that for me. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm talking with some cool, like, I knew Chaos Mana before I knew you guys. And I was like, yeah, this is cool. This seems interesting. And then I went AFK for a few months, and I came back, and now it's like one of the most favorite parts of my week is sitting down and talking for an hour with my friends.
Yeah, I like this comment that Lucas III talks about staying up till fucking 3 a.m. But but yeah, I can relate to that. It's one of the things that when I am on, I do look forward to it. To where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go have some drinks, probably get a little too drunk than I should, while while recording something that's gonna be stuck on the internet forever. But it's definitely one of those things that I look forward to. Everybody knows that Wednesday nights is podcast nights. I either lock myself in my room, or right now the cousins are gone. I'm in the living room right now. But it's just a good opportunity to have a few drinks with a bunch of friends and just have some fun conversation.
Yeah.
A fun moment I had was learning that Dark's cousin is actually Poseidon.
Yeah, he is Poseidon.
He controls the power of the oceans through Skype chat.
That's legit.
Oh, okay. So there's a little explanation here. We were playing Civ 5, and Malcolm was using the damn built-in microphone on his laptop. And he and I were actually in the same room. He was over on the chair, and I'm just trying to get as far away from him as possible on the couch on the other side of the living room, but we're still technically in the same room. And so when he would be quiet and I would be talking, his microphone would start to try and pick me up from all the way across the room, and so it would make this terrible, like, white noise, static noise.
Just like snow.
Yeah, and it wouldn't go away until he actually said something, and the microphone would, like, slap itself in the face and be like, oh, yeah, I should be listening to you, not him, all the way across the room.
Yeah.
If microphones could talk. He'd be like the Randy Newman.
Brush your teeth.
Randy Newman.
What about Chaos? What's your favorite moments or
there's so many great
affected your life?
There's so many great moments, but basically the podcast itself opened up like I guess the true version of my own social life, because before that time every single one of my high school friends had already like long and disappeared, and everyone in my college campus was lame, so all I had was the forum games and our RT basically.
Well, yeah,
like,
you're way less introverted now too. Like you talk a whole lot more than you did when we first started doing this thing.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
But honestly, it took like 10 podcasts for me to like actually talk to you. And that is not a joke. You can go back and listen to them.
Does that say more about David, or does it say more about you?
I think Nova's gotten a little more feisty as well.
Yeah.
It's because I'm 18 now and I can.
Well, and you actually like know how to say something relevant to the conversation now, instead of just being like, I'm going to make a bad pun, and then everyone is just like dead silent as the crickets do their thing.
I've always known how to. It's just that now I actually have to try.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's always the lamest answer. Oh, I've always known how to. I just chose not to. No. If you knew how to, you would be performing properly.
I enjoy those bad puns, you motherfucker.
I like the way that I met Dark and went like I guess part of this, entire group getting together was just going, this thread is Guildmaster, which was Dark's little tag at the time. And then that started our little guild grouping, which fueled our guild itself. Did fuel a lot of the beginning podcasts, with Wes and Meta being on.
Yeah. I guess it did, didn't it? Like the first probably 15.
Exactly. And even technically, Wubway was part of the guild.
Yeah, I was about to mention.
I'm still part of the guild.
Yeah.
Are you though?
I'm there. My character's alive somewhere.
Yeah, every like 150 days he pops on.
And I was basically there because I would sit there with Wubwave and Dark on freaking Facebook talking for no apparent reason.
I'm curious to see. I want to get the rest of the panel here before we call it a night when it comes to the podcast. Mr. Fusion.
What was the question?
What was your favorite moment or moments of the podcast, or what is your favorite part about being on the podcast?
Well, how did you even get into the podcast?
I'll be honest, and I'll try to keep it short. I am very happy to go back and listen and to see the evolution of everyone. How most of you didn't really have a whole lot to say, or when you did, you really didn't put it in a good way, and how you guys have actually... Well, no, it may come across as kind of rude, but it's being honest from a broadcaster standpoint. Everyone was very raw, but you broke down. You broke down the antisocial aspect that several of you had, and it become entertaining. You've learned time. You learned when to drop jokes, and it's very like from the technical standpoint, this podcast has evolved so much. From an entertainment standpoint, this podcast has so much more to work on. I'm kidding when I say that, of course.
He's actually not kidding. That's why he's leaving. He's actually ditching us because he doesn't think we
not
have any
ditching
hope.
you. I am not ditching you. I'm still going to be around. Just not.
He's gonna go do sports.
He just can't do every single week. But then again, a lot of us are rotating.
Yeah, we all got that same email. I'm gonna follow my true passion. Sports. It's what I
I
tweet
never
about
said
all
my
the time.
true
I'm so in
passion.
love with it. I'm going
I
to make
never
out with
say
it.
that.
But I will still hang with you guys every once in a while.
Hey, Dark, you cannot make fun of him for loving balls.
So we just basically need to have a TFT Talk Sports, and we'll just disguise that as the podcast.
Yeah, can we take one of your guys' episodes and like?
No, but seriously,
post
it's
it on
been
YouTube
very
as-
entertaining to see the evolution of everyone.
For sure.
It's very interesting to see the chemistry that's built up. There have been good moments. There have been serious
Awkward,
moments.
bad moments.
Yes. We've had very interesting community members come on. We've had some very boring ones come on. We've had
Who was the most boring community member?
There was one where the audio disappeared because he only talked 3 moments, so he was actually edited out of the podcast.
Yeah, edited completely out because
I don't remember. I must have been absent for that one.
Yeah, he said 3 words, and when we went back to edit, we were like,
well, yeah, I think his audio was disappeared or missing.
There
at
were
that
multiple
point.
people like that.
Yeah, but it's been very entertaining for me, very fun. It actually helped me to kind of just get my wheels back under me because when I left broadcasting, I was a bit bitter. I felt burnt out. I felt I lost my passion. Doing this podcast has been very fun because I'm a gamer, yes, but it doesn't revolve a lot around me. It's a big chunk of my hobbies, but it's not the main thing. For me, it has been sports. And so when the time came for me to say, okay, I need to just shake things up a little bit, I'm not
R.I.P.
saying...
Fusion.
What?
One might just put in the chat R.I.P. Fusion.
Yeah, I wasn't really it was kind of a hard decision to do, but anyway, but it's been fun to see everyone evolve and the brand of comedy and the brand of entertainment. So I want it to keep growing. I want more listeners to keep coming in, more downloads.
I think one of the best examples is that we went from having this little channel, the forum thread, to now we call it, label it TFT Productions. We're actually able to produce different forms of entertainment, and not saying it's this shining, golden chalice or anything, but at the same time, is a representation of all our work, and
So
I'm glad
it's a silver chalice.
Well, yeah, I'm
here's
glad
the
how
other thing.
close it's brought everyone in this.
We have
together.
we have TFT heads. We have groupies. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's only groupies if they fuck us.
Well, wait, are you just
Have you
trying
asked
to
them?
include TFT Lay's channel here?
Were you not just against the whole porn thing just a minute ago? Why do you keep flip-flopping back and
Because
forth?
he is the thread. He is the very nature.
That's true. You're welcome, everyone.
Tease you.
Now that Webwave is talking, what about you, Webwave? Give us your
100
spiel.
years ago, when I came back from World War One, with a dream in my heart and whatever.
I like that I died.
Thousands of years ago, into the future.
Yeah, well, it's funny to think and truth be told, I made the forum thread 3 years ago because I was like, there's nothing to do right now. I'll make a thread. And I was like, I just made a random ass thread.
And then Steegen started the true tradition, and he said he loves this thread so much, and that little picture of the cat kind of encapsulates all my feelings right now.
Yeah, really, okay, so technically Wubwave is the thread father, but in a way, Tejan is the thread mother, because he's...
I like it!
He had the nurturing and caring that was required.
He's the one that started the whole
suckled
this
the thread.
thread.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Sorry, but
their combined efforts, and then the fusion of the guild kind of created the first podcast and everything from that.
But I think it is an interesting dynamic of the fact that everyone contributes to the forum thread and the TFT group in a way. Like,
Yeah.
followers are also our guests on occasion, frequently. Like Lucas is on a lot. Terry is on occasion when she can. And Warburg and like everyone. I think it's like a family.
Yeah.
There's a
What are you
new
laughing
Twitter
about?
account. Oh my god.
What'd you say?
There's a new Twitter account.
What?
Oh,
What?
Is it the Thread Mother?
No,
Wave
it's
anal.
Wave anal. They misspelled anal.
Oh my god.
They fucking misspelled anal.
Everyone follow this. If you listen to the 100th podcast, your duty is to follow this.
Your duty.
Duty.
No, everyone laughed at the fact that he said duty because we're all
Yeah,
children.
of course.
Your web anal.
That's perfect.
I
What about
know.
you, Mr. Wartburg, as a guest,
I
as a
wasn't
reassuring? Oh, you're not done? Fucking say your piece.
Anyway, it just is I think it's just not only is it just like the TFT's 100 is awesome because of the fact that it's just a big group of people. Like the fans are the guests and the guests are the fans, and it's just like it's
We
like
are
a co-op.
truly a forum thread.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no I in thread.
Yep.
Things like that,
Except for you.
except for me.
Except for me. What? Now that Wave has finished his beautiful...
I'm
and
not
gets
done yet.
each- God.
One more thing.
I can take a hint.
You wait for the motherfucker to drop the mic.
Okay, hurry
I'll
up.
continue.
Mic drop. Okay. Warburg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, one of the coolest things was probably that animated one that Chaos put together for the
Yeah.
intro. That was freaking great. But yeah, I didn't really start following you guys until after RTX last year. Because I met up with Wub because of level 20 stuff before all that imploded. And it was in your guys' hotel room, and that was fucking awesome, so I started following you guys.
Yeah.
And it's been a really fun ride since. I learned a lot from a technical standpoint for my own different productions too, which are still kind of evolving as we go. But it has been a fun, 8-ish months that I've been following you guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's saying
Yeah,
he owes
that's
all
it.
of the success.
he's just like, all right.
That's it.
All right.
I'm done.
Okay. All right.
It
All
was
right.
pretty simple.
He owes all of his success to us, is what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, LBF was in production before I came.
No, I don't think that's a thing. I never heard of it.
I never... What is
Well,
this?
it actually no longer
It's
is
not
a
been
thing.
condoned
which
by
is-
the thread
And
father.
we promise in the next
He said we-
YouTube trailer that Nobod will be given proper credit.
Yeah.
I
And-
wasn't mentioned either.
You were
guys
the
are like,
first
oh, we didn't
picture.
put-
I did that. To
Father.
be fair, I did that on purpose because you're the thread, so it was started with you, and as a joke, it forgot Nobod and just said everyone else. And then the only thing I made a mistake is I forgot Warburg's name in the list because I assumed he was already there.
Lame excuse.
That's cool. I don't know.
I mean, that's it, folks. I mean, we're at 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yep. We got through everybody, right? We didn't miss anybody. So
Yeah.
this has been the Forum Thread Podcast, episode 100.
100.
Wait,
Thank
no
you
one-
all for being here tonight. Love you all.
Oh, okay, bye.
Bye.
Ward the river.
Ward the river.
I was just
Wartburg
thinking-
the river.
So we don't have Tejan Lee here to do the outro spiel, and I don't remember what all his social...
Tejan, quick, pop back in the
I
call
see.
just to do
Tejan,
that.
Run.
So
Tejan,
see, there's the whole follow us on Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, eBay.
follow us on eBay. We're selling Wub's anus.
Yeah.
Everyone follow us on Pornhub. Follow us on Reddit,
$45 to buy it now. Minimum bid is $5.
And
Oh,
we're
what's our rating?
also
What's our seller
going to
rating?
introduce
Like,
a new merchandise. We're going to sell mini Wubwave hats.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's our,
so we gotta
what's
think,
our seller rating?
We got Moobot in the
We're
chat.
at 86.7% fusion.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Also, we're going to be streaming a lot more on the TFT
Yes.
channel. Chaos did a stream of Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and that will be uploaded to YouTube on TFT Plays as well, assuming YouTube gets its shit together and actually processes the video.
Yeah.
That'll be up soon. And
98
followed by
will follow. This podcast will be on air very soon as well.
Very soon in finger quotes, since we don't.
Well,
have,
to
like,
be fair,
lots
we
of
still
stuff
have to release 99 in between that. So
Are you guys gonna let me do my spiel or what?
Tejan!
Holy shit! A wild Tejan appears.
Well,
Hey,
thanks
Tejan.
everybody for watching the TFT podcast. You can find us on Twitter. You can
I Twitter?
on Twitter. At
What just
the forum
happened?
thread. I fucked up.
Podcast was
On
wondering where
Twitter.
Tejan has a stroke.
At the forum thread. Dude, I had a stroke a long time ago. On episode 17 when I aired. Like,
What's our
that's when I had my
Facebox
stroke.
page?
Our Facebox page is on SoundCloud. You can find us on cockbite.com.
Yes!
Find us on you can find our group, The Forum Thread, or you can find the original The Forum Thread. YouTube, go to that too. YouTube, TFT Productions, and TFT Plays. Go watch exciting videos like TFT Smash is awesome.
Oh yes, you will learn the
promotion.
You can learn the legend of Wubwib, the blind robot fighting cowboy.
Yeah.
And then you can make drinks out of the blood on his shoes.
By the way, make that an anime somewhere. Like seriously, a blind
So,
robot fighting
Tejan,
cowboy.
you're now going to be drawing anime style, and you're going to just draw.
Make my non-existent eyes very big.
Gotcha. Or smaller.
Wait, I stopped recording. God damn it. This is over, right?
This is
No.
Now it is.
Now it's.
We've already said goodbye like an hour ago.
Okay, Elon, say your final words.
Is he not recording now?
No.
Elon?
Yeah, he wasn't going.
He's too busy having his birthday today to be recording.
You know what? I'm
thinking
actually
about
gonna go,
doing
Elon, and ask him to record like a little snippet, and that's when he's gonna pop on.
Hey guys, what episode is this?
Episode 1.
100.
Just want to double check. All right, for reals this time.
Good night, everybody! Thank you for being here.
Good night, everyone.
Bye,
I
everyone.
hate you, and I also love you.
100.
Bum 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 ba-dum bum.
Can I
He's got
stop
100.
recording now?
Yes.
Kick that shit 100. 100.
Oh, I deleted all my footage.
And now for a reading of the TFT fanfiction by Lady Terry. That's all the time we have. See you again next time.